up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show, so start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, call till you spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stacks. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
All right, here we go. Welcome to a Tuesday and a big old day of winning, as KVJ is going to be doubling your paycheck. We start that at 9 a.m. this morning. 9 chances to try and win. Top of every hour up until 5 p.m. Listen for your name to be called. Call us back in 10 minutes. You double a paycheck just like that.
Oh, someone's got that memorized, ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds slick.
Yeah, that's what those A-level broadcasters do, my friend.
That would give me anxiety if I had to do that every day. To promote the contest.
Too much, huh?
Oh, my
Too much.
Well, I know I would get a detail wrong.
Yeah.
And then you're into
I know.
Into the
A detail wrong?
Yeah.
Well, many details wrong.
Oh, I know.
We'd botch half of
It
it.
only takes one.
I
It
would
only
botch.
takes one.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I would be so proud of if I even got one detail. Oh, I only got one wrong. Nope, got to get it all right.
I know. Oh,
That's
it's
the
crazy.
pressure of it.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I think we got all the details right. All you have to do is go sign up at kvjshow.com. So that is one of the big things going to be going on here today. Got the whole crew. We are all fired up and ready to go. You can watch us right now on YouTube. Just go and look for the KVJ Show and check us out on KVJ TV.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you thinking about today, Jay Bird?
I'm not sure how often you guys go to Walmart, and I'm pretty sure I think it's just Walmart that does this. I can't think of any other store that does it. But if you buy something and it's not in a packet, or if they don't put it in a bag, or you don't put it in a bag, they stop you. They make sure they look at your receipt. Can you think of any other store that does that?
I think a few of them do that now. Best Buy does it. Walmart's always had a little checker.
I know sometimes it gets controversial. Some people get really upset about it. I don't really care. But me and Denny's, we looked a little shady anyway, just by how we were dressed. I could tell.
Oh, yeah?
We just had a look about ourselves that day.
This happens a lot to you, too.
Hey, look, we are free butterflies. We are what we are.
When they come rolling in, you're like, something is going on with these
You
two.
hear management whisper,
Yeah.
dirty hippies.
Well, I bought a TV, and there's no bag around it, so we're leaving the TV, or we're leaving Walmart with the TV, and I can already tell that she's got us just in her path. She's stopping us. She wants to see the receipt. I can tell she thinks we're up to no good.
She's not trusting it.
So I give her my receipt. I remember, do not lose your receipt, because this is going to be a bad thing if you do. It's going to be Walmart drama.
You got hippie profiled.
I do.
Yeah.
The long hair alone just makes people go, what's going on with this guy? There is LHD, long hair discrimination. It's right.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. So she stops, and I give her my receipt, and she is staring at it hard. And
How much stuff is on it?
it is lengthy. And she's looking at it. She goes, hey, this is a Subway receipt.
She's going pickles, onions.
I got my receipts wrong, and dag nabbit to heck did not know what I did with the Walmart receipt.
Lord.
So now the dirty,
You only walked 8
yeah.
steps.
now the dirty hippies.
She was right to stop you.
Oh, it looked like we were trying to steal a TV out of Walmart with a Subway receipt.
That is funny.
And what's funny is the Subway receipt was way longer than the Walmart receipt.
How much Subway did you get?
It was a big Subway day. A lot of subs. Yeah. So, long story short, thank goodness somebody said, oh, yeah, they bought the TV. They're good. But there was a little Walmart drama. And, man, what the heck happened to that receipt?
Yeah. What happens if you have to bring it back?
Well, the woman people remembered us. We were kind of hard not to remember. So they did remember us buying the TV.
You stand out.
We did stand out.
Yeah.
But it was awkward. Just make sure you got that receipt, because it'll breed some confusion.
Okay. It's a good piece of advice.
Me and Denny's were laughing so hard on the way home. She was so confused. She goes, what? Subway?
Subway?
Well, where's the tea? Wait, what's going on?
What is this?
You believe what this guy tried to get away with.
Yeah, we look like the crappiest robbers.
Oh, yeah. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Oh, I'm so banged up. My feet, because I wore these shoes that I never wear at Pride Fest on Sunday. And then we ended up walking like a mile back to the car where we had parked after Pride Fest was over. And my feet are in so much pain today. I had to put like 3 different Band-Aids on them. But I've got emergency shoes. They make them, they're little tiny ballet flats that they fold in half and you put them in a little purse. I bought them on Amazon. I usually keep them in my car, but I wasn't driving on Sunday, so I didn't have them. But it's just a note to myself and everybody. Keep your emergency shoes with you because, man, my feet are killing me today.
Yeah. Okay.
Is Painter gonna rub them dogs out or what?
No, because they hurt. I don't want to be touched.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're like little blisters on my feet.
You need some of that salt stuff. That was that Epsom salts. What's it called?
Epsom salt.
That stuff does help.
I think it's for muscles.
I don't know, man. I the same thing happened to me after going camping one time, and I walked forever, had blisters, and I put it in that, and it instantly made them feel better.
All right, I'll try it.
Handy little tips right and left through here.
Thank you, Dr. Bird.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What would you say is the craziest thing you've ever seen in traffic? Not that it was the craziest, but man, I'm always just seeing weird things. Honestly, traffic in South Florida is like a circus.
Because people are like circus performers.
Yeah, it's just very odd. I always seem like I'm seeing the craziest things. In fact, on the KVJ Show TikTok, I had recently posted up a video. There was a guy that was just riding a wheel. I don't even know what this thing is, but you can see this video of this guy. I'm driving by him. He's just on, it's one wheel. I'm like, what the heck is this thing? And he's on Okeechobee Boulevard. It's, as you're going on to I-95, so it's kind of a busy road.
Well, he's in the road. He's actually in the lane.
He's in the lane, and he's just riding a wheel. That's all he's on. One wheel.
I mean, I feel like if somebody...
And it's going very fast.
Very
he's probably going about
fast.
45, 50 miles an hour on one wheel.
If
and he's just standing there.
If anything goes wrong, that guy's toast.
Oh, completely dead.
If he farted too loud, I feel like he could easily fall right off that thing.
Yeah, there's just no doubt about it. I'm watching this guy, and he's zipping in and out of traffic, and it's just it's like if you were just standing there and just somehow hovering between traffic at 50 miles an hour.
Look, I get it. That thing's pretty cool to see, but once you see a man pooping on the side of the street at a red light, that's, I don't know, man. The only thing that could top that is like a fist fight.
Well, I mean, to me, people go to the bathroom and you're going to see those kind of things. People just, unfortunately, when you got people around, may or may not be homeless, they just defecate everywhere.
No, man, this guy was hugging a light pole. This was such a busy area. He was looking at traffic. It was over the top.
Yeah.
I have it on YouTube.
Okay, all right. The other thing that I saw yesterday, not only I see the guy on the one wheel, so I saw something that actually might be crazier. If you were yesterday trying to get around the airport in the afternoon, I-95 was a disaster. And I had no idea as I was going to go pick up my kid from school that they had shut down all of I-95 because a box truck had caught on fire. And they closed down all of I-95. So as soon as you try to get on, it's chaos. So all these people are on all these back roads. So all the traffic from I-95 is now on all these small side streets to either side of I-95. And so we're all going through back neighborhoods and things like that. So it's already chaos. And again, this is on Okeechobee Boulevard. There is way too many cars. There's technical gridlock because no cars can move. And here comes a guy on a bicycle, and he's standing with one foot on the handlebars and one foot on the bike seat, and he's just going.
What?
Just, I'm like, yes, exactly. And it happened too fast. This time I was driving and I couldn't get my phone out to record this. I'm just like, what is going on here? It's like a circus sideshow in mass traffic on Okeechobee Boulevard in West Palm Beach. I'm always seeing the craziest things. I don't know how he pedaled. I don't know how he was going to get down. But he was standing with one foot on the handlebars, one foot on the seat.
If you drive 45th Street, Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, or Okeechobee, you will... If you just stay on there for at least an hour, you're going to have a good story to tell somebody.
There's just unbelievable things and you just see always going on. Like, it's tough. And it would be tough enough just to ride a bike in that traffic. But this guy said, you know what? No, I want a bigger challenge. I want to ride my bike standing on it. It was unbelievable. And people were just like, wait, what is going on?
He's a showman.
It was just, I felt like he was in a weird dream yesterday. It was just the most bizarre thing. But welcome to South Florida traffic. Okay, got some random questions here for you, including one about food. What is the biggest meal you can get for the money? Now, Denny's would like to submit their idea for fighting inflation. It's called the Endless Breakfast. It has pancakes, cheesy scrambled eggs, hash browns, $6.99 in some states, $8.99 in others, running through June 21st.
Yeah, and we're not counting, and I know they're not around here, but a Shoney's buffet or something like that, or a breakfast buffet. You're talking about a single meal where you kind of can get the most.
Yeah, buffets, I think without a doubt, you could find a more affordable buffet and go there. People are talking about some of the different buffets that are around where you can get more bang for your buck. And I guess it's, how much you pay. Like they're saying at Frigates on Sunday, it's $20, buffet style, crab legs, pancakes, waffles, omelet station.
Frigates does a good job. I haven't been there in a minute, but they really have yummy stuff.
And that's all you can eat for 20 bones?
And they're saying that and bottomless mimosas and Bloody Marys. That seems insane.
For $20? That does seem insane.
That seems insane. What the heck is going on there?
Well, let's go.
Maybe a line 10 miles long if you had that going on. That's just crazy. Okay. So that's a good argument. The one that I would submit, if you go to Mexican places, and buffets to me are kind of its own little category where it's all you can eat, you're going up there. But this is where you would sit down and get one meal for a certain price and you make it work. And to me, the Mexican food, I go to a place, I get this one meal, and it's relatively affordable. It's the price of any other meal, but I think I could split this into 3 separate meals. It's that massive. Mexican restaurants have the largest plates.
They do.
Known to mankind. They are bigger than your steering wheel.
Yeah, thank God Denny's is here. What's the name of the Chinese restaurant we go to in the mall food court at the Gardens? You can go there and get a ton of food for not that much money. No, what's the name of it?
I think it's called China Garden, right?
I think it is called China Garden. In the food, there's places in the food courts.
Okay.
There's definitely restaurants in there where you can get Flintstone style levels of food.
If you get to go, they give you the to-go plate. You get so much more.
She's got a real heavy pour at that Gardens Mall.
Get the to-go plate.
Yeah, and then just go hide behind the little divider wall and eat it there.
He's not lying.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of curious, talking about good-sized meals, not necessarily the buffets. What kind of family meal deal? People are talking about a lot of Italian restaurants. When you're talking about pasta,
Big time.
you can get a ton of pasta for a little bit of money.
Rocco loves pizza. It's his favorite food. And last night I got him a cheese pizza for himself from Little Caesars, a whole pizza, $5.89. And he's so happy because he has his own pizza.
Yeah.
But $5.89 is a good deal. Little Caesars does it right for price.
I'm just saying, people are going to start thinking you're working with Little Caesars.
I'm not, I swear.
I'm not.
This is the first time I talked about Domino's before.
Okay, all right.
So get your facts straight.
I think
Before you come over here trying to jump on me.
No, you've talked about Little Caesars before, but I just don't feel like getting into a fight right now.
Amanda, she's saying Uncle Herschel's from Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel does have some big old plates of food.
They do, and then I always spend $50 on something I don't want or need from that store they have.
Yeah.
Why don't we buy this giant checker set?
Okay. Darby's calling out the Joe's meal deal at Flanagan's with a Caesar salad, garlic rolls, entree, one side. That's a lot of food for a little bit of money, she says.
Yeah, but how much money is that, though? Because I would like to throw Outback Steakhouse in the mix, because you do get a lot of food, but it's not that cheap.
Yeah, so I think that's really what it is. It's where you would go and say, I want a ton of food and I don't have a ton of money. I mean, you think about it. Like I said, the meal that I get at the Mexican place, realistically, if I had 3 of me, I should. In fact, my only problem is I go in there and it's so good, I eat way more than I ever should. That's why I'm like, I can only do that meal sparingly because I can't stop myself. And then you throw in chips and salsa on top of it that you get for free. Dang, it's a lot of food.
But I do feel like if you walked into Taco Bell or McDonald's with $5, you could leave there not hungry. There's definitely stuff you could get and be a little bit full.
There's a lot of places that do that. Chipotle has been pretty good. People have always gone in there with different hacks where you can turn one little burrito bowl into like 3 meals.
McDonald's always has the dollar menu. It's there. It's always there.
They really do.
Dollar menu. I mean, that is pretty affordable.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you want to jump in on that random topic, it's up on our Facebook page. You can go and hit it up right now. I got some other questions. One more food question. What food tastes good a little burnt?
Oh my gosh. Them Beyond Burgers. If those vegetarian vegan burgers, they're disgusting unless you char them and they almost have to be burnt.
Yeah. My wife's been making the bacon a little bit more crispier
Crispy,
than normal. And man, I'm
yes.
kind of liking it. It's a little burnt. I'm like, this is kind of good.
Crispy bacon's fun.
Yeah.
I think the edges of the lasagna where it gets burnt.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it when it's cheesy, burnt pasta.
Even a turkey, and I know me and you aren't turkey lovers, but if you get the turkey and the skin is burnt a little bit more, it's crispier, it's not as bad.
Okay.
Onions are always better when they're charred and caramelized.
You know, a lot of vegetables are that way.
I never knew I liked caramelized onions, and I hate onions. I like caramelized onions and only the chopped up ones from McDonald's. And again, I'm not getting paid by McDonald's.
We know. We've seen your paycheck.
I'll throw marshmallows out there. You ever burn a marshmallow just a little bit?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That is really yummy.
And my wife likes her hot dogs a little burnt.
Yes. Crispy on the end.
Bacon and hot dogs. Okay. What was your childhood video game? What was it?
The one that was that got me into it was Super Mario Brothers.
Okay, that's for a lot of people. Yeah,
It was big time.
Yeah, that's for a lot of people.
And then it was Contra.
Contra was big for me in my teenage years. When I was a younger kid, it was Pac-Man.
Yeah, when I was younger and nobody had video games in their house, we would go to the arcade down the street and it was Pac-Man, pole position. But then when my fancy friend got a Nintendo system in her house, like this was big doings. We would just sit there and play Super Mario all the time.
Okay. Let's say that you get to go on one game show to be a contestant. What show would you pick?
Wheel of Fortune.
Okay, that's yours.
Baby, you know it.
Your money on that, huh?
It would be all or nothing. Sometimes I am great in the living room, and then sometimes I'm like, eh.
You just, that.
So I'd probably
blank.
blow it, yeah.
Yeah, okay. What do you think, Virginia?
Definitely Price is Right. I actually went out there. I had tickets and everything, but I got there too late. I didn't know you had to show up at 6 a.m. I walked up at 8, and they were like, it's full. I almost started bawling, crying right there.
You really got to know how much things are priced, though. You have to do a lot of shopping.
I do a lot of shopping. I do all the grocery shopping for my house, so I'm always in there looking at prices.
I think that's the game I do the worst at.
Me too. I'd be terrible.
I just don't think that would work.
I see you doing well on a tic-tac-toe.
I think so, yeah. I could do something like that.
I see
Card sharks.
I see you more. I see you on Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares, okay. Right next to Bruce Valanche.
He's always the center square.
Always, always. What is something you do daily that you dread doing? Something you do daily that you dread doing. What would you say it is?
I wouldn't say that I'm pumped to floss. I do it daily, and I have to make sure music is on. I have to get jacked up to floss because you got to do it for a little bit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I would say something like that.
Okay. All right. That's your daily dread. Do you have one, Virginia?
Yeah, the whole, at the end of the day, like washing your face, taking off your makeup, only to 8 hours later, put it all back on again. It seems like kind of like, what am I doing?
With flossing, you have to do it it's just something you got to grind every single day, and you have to take a little bit of time to do that. And you're like, oh, I got to get up and floss. This is annoying.
Yeah. I think one that I have bathroom-wise, it's taking the vitamins. And you know what? I've read stories. They don't do any good for you. But I can't stop. You know,
Dude,
I feel
this
like
B12
they
is
have
nothing.
to, you know.
I don't know if that's true either because I've done blood work and they've told me, okay, look at this thing right
Right.
here, Virginia. You're deficient
Yeah.
in vitamin D.
I've had that too.
And then I started taking vitamin D supplements and then went back and got more blood work. And they're like, okay, look at your vitamin D levels. Those are good now. You're good.
I need to know this. Is there a movement of people saying B12 is not a real thing? Vitamin?
Well, there's just a lot of stories that always come out that vitamins, you get it from your food. Taking the added supplements really doesn't do much. It just pretty much your body processes. It's all run off. You're spending a lot of money on
Well,
a
then
lot of nothing.
explain that blood work that I got.
I know.
Literally, after 3 months of taking the
Right.
proper vitamin, you could see in my blood work that the numbers were in a normal range.
Yeah,
they
my,
call
my
it.
doctor, I wouldn't say prescribed me B12 because anybody can go get it, but you got to get B12. You need B12.
Right, I know. There's
So
so many
wise.
conflicting medical reports, and that's why I think I have maybe 6 or 7 different bottles of vitamins that I take every single day, and it's such a to-do. I mean, just trying to get that one, and then I've got that one vitamin. I think maybe it's the D little gel cap, and they all stick together in the bottle, and so you slam it on your hand to break them up, and then all of a sudden, every vitamin D from the whole bottle comes out, and they're round, so they're rolling all over and you're trying to round them up and put them back in the bottle.
What's the one that's as big and as long as a canoe? It's so big, and it's supposed to be healthy for you.
The fish Earl.
And it smells horrific.
That's
Oh, I know,
the
yeah.
fish
That
oil.
describes about every vitamin, but
I'm like, I have to take my
why
chances
do
on
they
what I'm
make them
doing.
so big? They're so huge. Yeah, so that's a daily dairy. Probably my other one is what a lot of people would say commuting. Commuting is just every single day having to do that drive is kind of a nightmare. What is your worst bad habit currently? Worst bad habit currently? What do you
Gosh,
think?
I have so many.
Yeah, I just
Everybody's
have
gonna
to
throw in
give you
drinking?
one. Yeah,
Oh, I mean,
yeah.
Go without saying. Yeah.
We're gonna have a blanket show statement.
do we have to go to a meeting together? It's like we're at a meeting
You
here.
probably should. We just sit us all down. Just get a nice couch. We can all fit on it. Yeah. Is there anything else that you would consider a bad habit currently, other than that?
I still dance with soda every now and then.
Okay.
People, if you have a soda, oh my gosh, you're drinking soda. There's been a real attack on soda
Okay.
in modern day times.
Yeah. No, you're right. They're all over it. And you got Virginia. Do you add to the mix?
I think probably. I mean, soda is something that I like to enjoy, but it's very rare for me.
And of course, we're not going to be completely honest about the real bad habits we have.
Yeah.
Crack, boy, that's a tough
Yeah.
one.
I mean, this ain't the After the Show podcast.
That'll get you. Okay, so what are they saying today about drinking? Good or bad? It seems to ping pong back and forth where, you know what? A couple glasses of wine, good for your heart health. It's going to be great for you. So you're like, okay, let's go have some wine. It's got those nice tannins in it and everything. This is going to be good for me. And then another one comes out. It's like, no, alcohol's bad. And it's like, well, maybe it's not. So the latest study out today, they are trying to say this is the end-all, be-all on it because this is so extensive. 370,000 people were researched, and it was done by Harvard and MIT. Ooh. So if you can't have a greater bastion of education and study in America, then I don't know where you're going to get it, Virginia.
It sounds very respectable.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So extensive research from a credible source is saying that any drinking is bad for you. That's where we are. Specifically your heart and cardiovascular system. And this even includes the occasional glass of wine, if you were wondering.
Okay, so let's just completely remove all happiness, joy, laughter, and smiles.
That's it.
Now,
Is this even a life worth living?
I know, right?
Yeah, you'll live to be 102, but you'll be sad.
What's it going to mean next week when you read the contradicting article that goes against that? Saying, oh, wine's good for you. You can have a glass.
That's why they're trying to say that this is it, the end-all, be-all, because of the size of this study. We really went into it. We got your final answer on it.
Do you? If a glass of wine makes you happy, have some joy. Life is short, baby. You can get hit by a bus tomorrow.
Now, they tried to explain those other studies that come out that say drinking in moderation is actually good for you. And they say that they discovered that people who drink in moderation are more likely to have other healthy habits, even more so than people who don't drink at all, like eating more vegetables or getting more exercise, and they're less likely to smoke. So for some reason, when they kept studying that group, it was throwing off all their studies about how it seems to be healthy. It wasn't because of the alcohol. It was because they were doing a lot of other factors.
How does one drink in moderation, though? That sounds like
Right.
the tricky part.
Oh, that's
'Cause
always,
once
it's
I
always
get
the tightrope.
a couple of pops in me, I'm like, these taste great. Let's do more.
It tastes great. You're starting to feel good. You feel better by the glass.
I'm a better dancer.
Let's go
Yeah.
ahead and order 4 pizzas after and
Yeah.
then go right to bed.
Right. So that's what they're trying to say. This is the end-all, be-all to answer all questions about whether or not drinking is good or bad for you. But like I said, you'll probably see another study popping up next week saying the exact opposite. But if you care, that's what it is. But you're right. You got to live life, right? I mean, come on. It's not like you're drinking alcohol and people are dropping dead right and left.
Well, if you don't have
If
a
you're doing it
little
responsibly.
joy in your life, then why are you here?
Well, here's my other question. They say, well, stress is going to kill you. It's going to be, that's the big killer is stress. But sometimes when I have a drink, my stress decreases. So it just feels like this big chasing of the...
Solid argument, Bird.
Yeah.
Solid argument.
All right,
Yeah.
thanks. I
Okay.
appreciate that.
Yeah, solid argument. Well, this sounds a little troubling. Got a text message that came in here. It says, help. I've been left to watch a baby and I don't know what to do. Said my boyfriend has custody of his 1-year-old because his ex has a drug problem. Oh, boy. He left the baby with his sister because he had to go out of town for work, and his sister now has a work emergency and has called me to watch the baby. I've got no experience with babies, and I am terrified. I've been trying to get a hold of my boyfriend, but I can't reach him. What do I do now? Okay. I don't know. Any crash course, Virginia, for someone that doesn't know how to take care of a baby?
Well, it's pretty easy. You just have to not drop the baby.
Okay.
You have to feed the baby.
Okay.
And you have to change the baby's diaper.
And you know what? Do what I do when I don't know something. Just YouTube it.
Can you do that?
That's how I learned how to make a cheese enchilada.
Watching a baby?
If you want to keep it simple for yourself, here's what I would suggest. Put a clean baby blanket down on the ground.
Okay.
And keep the baby down there on the ground. Then you don't run the risk of the baby falling from any place. Play with the baby down there, feed the baby, and then change the baby when the baby's got a dirty diaper, and you're good.
I find baby, they like when you do charades and do all those. A lot of them respond to that.
Okay. So
If the
that's
baby-
entertaining
if-
the baby?
If the baby's not mobile, if the baby's a little baby and just kind of stays in one
Yeah.
spot, you're good. If the baby starts moving around and crawling, you got to be super careful that the house is baby proofed.
Okay. Any suggestion for somebody that's never really changed a diaper? What do? You just keep a diaper off the kid? And if
I'm
it's
sure
not pull-ups?
Jay Bird's right. I'm sure there is a YouTube on how to change a baby diaper.
Okay.
There absolutely is.
Yeah.
And I mean, you'll be able to learn enough to get through the moment.
I'm hoping that the baby's going to come with some food to feed it.
They should.
Yes, I would assume so. But if you were in a pinch and let's say you had a baby big, why didn't they leave me food? What would you give a kid as an alternate if you don't have formula? Is there anything that you can use?
Yeah, I mean, depending on their age, you can make your own baby food. You can make your own like formula. You can make like a little rice milk and give them that.
Babies seem to like apricots for some reason. I think they grow out of that though when they get older.
Can you give babies regular milk?
I don't know. I think you can. I don't know. Maybe you can mix it. I don't know.
Kev, when in doubt, YouTube it
Yeah.
out.
Okay.
Google it.
If you had a little coffee creamer laying around.
YouTube it.
Babies love hazelnut coffee, mate.
Can you feed baby chicken wings? Let me YouTube that.
Yes, but you got to get mild, not spicy.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what we're trying to figure here. If you have a crash course for somebody that knows nothing about watching a baby, and now all of a sudden they're in a position where it looks like they have to watch a baby.
Me and my family, we still joke about, when my mom was in the height of her bipolar episode, Rocco was barely 1. He was like about 6 or 7 months.
Okay.
And my mom gave Rocco spicy sausage at Mardi Gras on the parade route. He was like, I don't know, 7 months old.
Yeah.
He's fine. I mean, he did crap himself extensively. But,
Okay.
I mean, it's really, babies are resilient.
They're resilient.
And
Okay.
I think a crapping baby is a healthy baby. No, I'm no doctor.
Flushed it all out.
And I know this seems basic, but holding a baby, any quick suggestion? I've always heard the hold the head up. That was one of the first points. if you never even really held a baby. I know for some people, I remember the first couple times I held a baby, it was freaky. It was nerve-wracking because that's what I thought. I'm like, I'm going to drop this thing.
Yeah, I remember some KVJ Nationers would just out of the blue would be at a drinking event. I don't know, St. Patty's Day or Cinco de Mayo. Hey, Bird, boom, hold my baby, take a picture.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hold your baby. Please get your baby away. I'm drunk.
I have hamburger hands.
I'm drunk. I'm seeing two of your baby. I'm scared.
Any basic things somebody should know on holding a baby, Virginia?
Well, the babies do grow out of that have to hold the neck thing. That's only when they're really little.
Really little,
and then
okay.
they develop the neck muscles to hold their own neck up. But yeah, if it's a really, really little baby, I would leave the baby in the car seat as much as possible.
Okay.
I'm sure the baby came with a car seat or some kind of bassinet or thing. You don't need to be walking the baby all around if the baby's okay.
Okay. All right.
All babies come with accessories is what you're saying. Look like a figure.
They should come with a car seat or some kind of carrying apparatus.
Mm-hmm. So basically just kind of lay it down on a clean blanket in the middle of an open floor and just stand back a step or two.
And watch it.
Talk to the baby.
Play with it.
Be sweet to the baby.
Make funny sounds.
All right. Okay. Hopefully that helps. Let us know how it goes.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, the slap heard around the world is still one of the top topics everywhere. People still talking about the Will Smith, Chris Rock slap that happened during the Oscars. I think it's kind of funny because people are saying, just go back and look in everyone's history. The internet never forgets. And way back in the day, they found this video of Will Smith making fun of a bald guy that has alopecia on the Arsenio Hall show. And they also found from not too long ago, Jada Pinkett Smith talking about how she doesn't care what people think of her hair. I think we have a little clip of that.
I don't give two craps what people feel about this bald head of mine, because guess what? I love it.
Okay.
All right.
It is just odd. I mean, because you had people breaking down the game film of everything that happened, and they were pointing out the fact that at first Will was laughing and it seemed like everything was good. You could see right away Jada's expression was not. And it didn't take very long for Will to go from laughing to how he was when he got up on stage and did the pimp slap of Chris Rock. So something turned in fast.
Well, then I saw people fighting online. They made fun of LeBron James for going bald. Why is it okay to make fun of him for having a receding hairline? It's still hurtful. People were going back.
I had a feeling it was going to go down this path where people were trying to, because everybody's trying to point the finger at somebody else and saying, when did it become okay to make fun of somebody's physical appearances? And people are like, it's just jokes. You got to take jokes. It's part of getting the paycheck that you do.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I mean, if you're sitting in that room and you're a celebrity and you see any comedians scheduled to give away any awards, you've got to know what's coming. I mean, duh. The comedians get up there and they have jokes about the celebrities, the nominees, the people in attendance. They do that at every single award show where a comedian is giving out an award.
And maybe I think I am in the minority on this opinion, but I feel like when there's controversy with any of these celebrities, I'm not a big fan of the written apology. I know every publicist and every strategist will say, you want to make sure it's on. I would want, if I messed up, I would want to immediately come in to the on air or talk to the people and let them see my emotion and explain myself instead of a written apology. But I think I'm in the rare on that one.
Yeah, I think in this case, the right thing for Will to do was to make it written because it can't be misinterpreted. You can't read more into it.
See, I go the other way. I feel if you sit down and really express your emotions and explain yourself, then that's a better, but...
People be like, he's acting, he's an actor, he doesn't really feel that.
People are saying, oh, the publicist wrote it. Either way, I'm just saying you can sometimes see it's just my opinion.
So here's the news report on, yes, what we did get later in the day yesterday, a written apology on Instagram from Will Smith where he apologizes to everybody, including Chris Rock.
Moments ago, Will Smith apologized for slapping Chris Rock during the Academy Awards last night. Here's what he wrote on Instagram. My behavior last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are a part of the job, he writes, but a joke about Jada's medical condition, that's his wife, was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I'm embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. He goes on, there is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. I am a work in progress. Sincerely, Will.
Okay.
All right, so
Written
there
by
it
his
is.
Yeah.
Oh, that girl was working hard yesterday. She immediately when it happened, she was there at the Oscars.
yeah.
And you can see her because I watched the whole video of it yesterday. You see her come over to him and they're just like
Yeah.
Some people are still trying to say it's fake. And my only question would be, why would Will Smith fake this? This is not at all making him look good.
No, and the Academy is considering doing some kind of disciplinary action. They don't do that for scripted stuff.
I get, you know, there's hype around it and everyone's buzzing about it. But if you're Will Smith, I don't know if you would want this kind of.
No,
This is not good pub.
No, a buddy of mine that was in law enforcement, he broke it down about fight or flight, and he thinks that it could be staged because Chris Rock's reaction to being slapped, that either one, you'll bow up right away, and your first reaction when your surprise hit is to either attack or to run away, cower, and so he thought, I didn't see that. So that was his explanation why he thought it was fake.
But what's the end game, though?
I agree. I don't. From a PR stance, and we deal with this kind of stuff, what we do all the time. This makes no logical sense why you want to do that. It's not like they need hype. The guy was getting ready to win an Academy Award,
right? For the first
Best
time
Actor.
ever,
Yeah.
he was up for this big, and everybody said he was the favorite, so he knew he was the favorite.
Yeah, he didn't need the publicity that you often see. Be like, oh, I get you. It's not like he's trying to promote a movie or something like that. Just winning would have been enough. So, and you know, this will possibly change how people feel about Will Smith forever. You know, he could be, you'd be like, remember when we all like Will Smith until?
Yeah, Will Smith jumped the shark.
Yeah,
It's possible.
They did do a survey of people. 70% of people think that Will Smith should be allowed to keep his Oscar. 16% say that they should take it away. Only 61% of Americans think that Will Smith was wrong to slap Chris Rock at the Oscars. 21% actually think he was right. So that's
that sounds about right.
That's about how it's breaking down.
That's how the numbers break down.
Chris Rock's comedy tour yesterday saw a massive surge in ticket sales.
Sure. Yeah.
All the venues that were, you know, maybe not completely sold out are now sold out. And all the prices, listen to this, the surge in ticket sales have caused ticket prices on the aftermarket to go from $46 to $341.
Oh, wow.
That's quite a jump. I would say, yeah, there's definitely going to be a huge demand to see Chris Rock, especially in that first show that he does following the slap. There's going to be shows coming up in Boston. I think he's going to be here in South Florida. He's going to be in November in Hollywood. So I am sure if you want to see him, you better get those tickets quick.
Oh, yeah.
Because prices are going up. And if you're even able to find them from Ticketmaster, you may have to buy them on the secondary market. Mm-hmm. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Okay, got some birthdays here today. Says we love a huge shout out to my daughter Caroline on her 11th birthday. On the way to school and work. Loves playing along to all the games.
Oh.
And loves when Jaybird tries to break a record.
Oh.
Wow, I love it. I'll keep trying.
Mm-hmm. So that's from Mom, Dad, Colton, Noel, and Jack. Also, happy birthday to our dad Michael on a 45th birthday from Anne Marie, Nino, Gianna, and Gabriella. And also happy 6th birthday to Ryder from Mom, Dad, and Parker and the rest of the family. And got his photo there on KVJ TV.
Oh, what a cutie.
Mm-hmm. Want to get a birthday wish on the KVJ Show? Just send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. Okay. Fair or foul? Talking about balls here. and Virginia's little pranks that she's playing with the older golfers on the course behind her house.
Okay, let me just tell you this. Golfers, especially old-timey golfers, they don't take kindly to pranks on the golf course.
It's very serious stuff.
Well,
they hate it.
Let me just preface all this by saying the golfers are the reason I don't have the swimming pool. So I tried to put in a swimming pool, but the golfers blocked it because they don't want construction on the golf course. I live on the golf course. Even though it would only be for a month or maybe even less of construction, I would be an eyesore to them. I wouldn't even be on the course, but just the fact that I want to do construction next to the course, they hate it. They blocked it from happening. I'll never have a pool because of the golfers.
I've worked at 3 different golf courses, all of them where they had members. So I really have an insight of how members are when it comes to, they don't take any kind of funny business on it.
They don't like
If
it.
there's a wrapper on the ground, they are telling the director of golf about it. Oh my gosh, there was a Snickers wrapper on the golf course. We must protest. I mean, it's a big deal.
So they kind of set themselves up with their attitude to be easy to screw with.
It's a game, and
Yeah.
here's a little heads up for you, old golfer. They're not coming for you to be on the PGA Tour. So you're literally playing a game with your buddies.
They're playing for pride. Maybe they've got a little friendly wager riding on it, early bird dinner.
If they're rich, they're putting some money on the game, so it's a big deal to them. I mean, it's such a big deal.
Yeah, you played at you worked at some very fancy golf courses.
Yeah.
The one that I live on is not as fancy as like your Admiral's Cove and stuff like that.
I call it fancy light.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me all about this joke you're playing, Virginia, and we can determine whether or not you were being the jerk or not.
So I'm halfway through making this TikTok video. I started making it on Saturday, and I was cracking myself up. Totally sober. I was having the best time. I made up this game called Which One's My Ball?
Okay.
So I live like kind of in the middle, from like where you tee off to where you putt. I'm kind of in the middle part.
Okay.
And so when they tee off, a lot of their balls will land like right behind my house, like literally, I don't know, 20 feet from my back porch.
They're still on the golf course. But
They're on the golf course, yes. Their ball is in play.
her house is literally right in the thick of play.
Right.
Yeah.
And so what I'll do is I'll sit there and I can see them when they're teeing off. And if it's dudes, I want to mess with them. If it's girls golfing, not so much. So I do discriminate.
Okay, so you are sexist.
Yeah,
in
I
your
do.
friends.
She's sexist.
I do.
Okay.
And so when they tee off and the ball lands behind my house, I wait for it to land, and then I take a handful of other golf balls and maybe a few ping pong balls, and I throw them.
Ping pong.
I throw them all around their ball. And then I go running upstairs with my iPhone, and I video them when they pull up on their ball and try to figure out which one's my ball.
This is how you start a golf meltdown.
Yeah.
Oh my! You throw like 7 balls out there and they can't tell, and then they go out there to find a ping pong. Oh, they will not take kindly.
That's how you know at that point that somebody's clearly messing with you.
Shots have been fired at that point, and now they're probably looking around trying to see, is there anybody filming me?
Oh, they were. Yeah. They were trying to figure out what was going on and who was behind it. And I think one of the guys might have seen me upstairs in my window filming.
Because I'm sure you probably weren't quiet.
No.
Panda is the funniest thing.
I was dying laughing. I was actually unable to get my composure.
Look,
I showed you the video of the one guy. I mean, it's just fun.
I gotta tell you, you're talking to the wrong guy if you're asking if this is wrong or right. I have a attitude towards fancy golfers. So.
I'm halfway through making this video, and I just need for you guys to tell me if this is menacing and mean or if this is funny. And because I don't want to post a video and then have everybody think that I'm a jerk.
You don't want to get canceled,
I don't want to get canceled.
She'd rather just tell the whole story how it really happened on the air, because that somehow is better because it's just audio.
I haven't posted the video yet.
Okay.
I feel like I'm still in the nest. But once the video goes out there on TikTok, if other people see it,
Oh, yeah.
then the hate might be stronger.
Well, here's the thing. Our chat room, KVJ Nation, most people, oh, Virginia, you're awesome. As soon as it gets out of that world.
Exactly.
And you get a bunch of people that go, what is this woman
This
doing?
woman is the devil.
She's
Yeah.
only attacking men?
And then I get doxxed by some golf group.
Right.
They still might be coming for you. You're living a loose life, Sinicki.
I know.
You're living a real loose life.
I'm shaking it up over here.
So Billy the Kid met his fate.
Okay, so I guess the question here is Virginia's prank funny or is it menacing?
Is it possible it's both?
Could be, yeah.
I just need you to tell me, because if it is 51% funny, 49% menacing, I'm moving full speed ahead.
Okay, I've Suits put up a KVJ TV poll. Is Virginia's golf course prank funny or too far? And that would be it, because you're right. It could be funny and menacing, but is it just too far?
Well,
is it just don't do it? That's just not cool.
Someone will have a comment. Well, what if a guy's out there and you just lost somebody? And
I guarantee you there are guys out there that just lost somebody.
Yeah.
All of these dudes are like in their 70s and 80s. The Widow tournament was going off this weekend.
The Widowers Open.
Widowers Open is in full effect on my golf course.
You don't give. Hey,
The Lord is plucking these golfers out. I guarantee you.
so they're mourning and you're still stealing or throwing their balls out.
It's not a trophy. It's actually an urn for your wife's ashes. That's the prize.
I promise you, there's widows.
You're gonna get a lot of people who side with you.
Okay.
See, even if I was like old and a widow, I would still be able to laugh at this.
If I rolled up and there
Yeah.
was ping pong balls on a golf course, I would have to laugh.
I would die. I would die laughing.
Well, I would make the adjustment going, guys, we're coming up on that ping pong hole.
Yeah.
When
Ping pong
that
hole?
crazy lady throws all them balls out there. Just know.
Wait, you're going to see a bunch of balls around yours. You're going to hear some, like, cackling coming
Cackling,
on.
laughing
Yeah.
from the bushes.
Some laughing crow is going to start cackling.
So just take the balls, keep them.
Yeah, I mean,
You're
you
part
should,
of her joke and her video.
You shouldn't be that mad because I did just give you 4 free golf balls. I gave
Yeah.
you 2 ping pong balls, but let's focus on the 4 free golf balls.
I get why you get mad the first time. I get why you get mad even the second time. Around the third time, all right, this lady's just throwing
Okay.
ping pong balls out here.
All right.
You gotta make the adjustment.
Okay, right now the voting on KVJ TV.
What's it saying?
88% say it's funny.
Okay.
Only 12% are saying over the line. So this is right in. This is what you wanted to hear.
It's early though. It's early.
It is early.
They could turn on
Not
me.
even to 100 votes yet.
Of
so.
course, the chat room's gonna love it. They're animals.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
I do this for them.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Definitely, I love it.
Okay, so they're egging you on. They're saying do this. They want to see this Virginia TikTok video of her messing with the golfers out there on her course. Okay. All right. So it looks like right now you got the green light. Just over 100 votes. 89% still think it's funny,
Wow,
Virginia.
89. That's big
Yeah.
number.
That's big numbers for you.
It's a bloodbath.
Big numbers for you. So jump on that. All right, we got our Tournament of Awesome continuing on. We're into round 5. We got our own Final 4 going on, just like the NCAA tournament. And early voting right now has laughter beating air conditioning. It's only 7 votes separating them, though. So it's very close early on. And then we've got Vacation beating Sunshine by 11 votes.
Wow.
So the winner of each of those matchups will meet in the championship for the Everything Awesome tournament. Talking about the best things in life. If you would like to vote, you can go to kvjshow.com, or we've also got the link set up on the KVJ Show Facebook page. All right, about time to find out who the liar is here today. 2 truths and a lie. That is the name of the game. All right, we got Jaybird, we got Denny's, we got Suits, all in here to tell us some stories, which is the one that you think sounds a little too far-fetched to actually be true. All right, we're going to start off here with Denny's today. He's got a story for us. Does this sound like this could be true, or is it a complete lie? What you got today, Denny's?
So a while back when I first moved to West Palm Beach, me and a girl I was dating, we went to a movie theater at the downtown city place, and we were watching the movie. We sat in the middle, and she made a comment while we were eating our snacks and stuff that the last movie she was at, the lady behind kicked her chair and coughed the entire time. She's like, wow. I hope it's not like that. And I was like, well, that's such a weird occasion. I doubt we're going to have the same exact situation. Well, anyway, we start watching the movie, and I'd say about 20 minutes into it, the person in the very far back right corner of the theater just starts hacking away, coughing so hard. And I go, you're kidding me. So about 5 minutes after that, she makes a comment. Oh, what the heck? I knew this was going to happen. In the back left corner, I start hearing more hacking. Another wave of hacking.
No way.
Yeah.
Stereo hacking? One on the right, one on the left?
So about 10 minutes, there's 3 people coughing in the back of the theater, just nonstop. And I think maybe they're smoking pot back there or something's going on.
So you're like, let me go back there and get a hit.
If I smell it, I will follow it. I'm like Toucan Sam. Well, so
The nose knows.
we're sitting there, and then it feels like the coughing starts moving towards us. There's
What?
more people, and at this point, there's probably about 10 to 15 people just hacking away crazily. So we start laughing, and we're looking at each other like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
And we look to the row next to us, and the woman next to us is like drooling and coughing.
What?
And the person to our left is as well. And then all of a sudden, my eyes just swell up, and so does the girl that I'm with. And we start hacking and coughing, and the whole theater leaves. We all run out, and they put out this temporary, like, wash your eye basin, and everybody had to wash their face. Somebody in the back row started spraying pepper spray and then left.
Oh, my God.
And it wafted through the whole theater and just started infecting everybody as it passed by.
Dang.
Wow.
So everybody got hit with this wave of cough. We all got pepper sprayed.
Okay.
But the movie theater was nice, and they refunded everybody's money.
As they should.
As they should, even though that was nothing to do with them.
Did they catch the criminal?
Fled.
Damn.
It was a long time ago. They didn't have.
Yeah, they didn't have the technology they got now.
Yeah.
Cameras everywhere now.
Okay, all right. That's Danny's story. Any chance that is true? Okay, Jabra, what do you got for us here today?
So I was selling my paintings. I was doing some of my weird paintings, and I was selling them at an event. And I was walking to the event, and the police officer saw me and started talking to me. And he goes, "Hey, so what are you doing here?" And I explained to him that I was there to sell my drawings for charity. And he was really friendly at first. And he's asking me all these questions. Then all of a sudden, his attitude changed completely.
Uh-oh.
And he says, "Dude, you don't paint. You're not selling stuff for charity. You're not going in there." Then he would all of a sudden he wouldn't let me go into the event. I thought he was kidding. So I'm trying to keep my cool. I go, "No, I'm really here to sell my paintings for a charity event." And he still wouldn't let me in. So then I get visibly upset, and I start to kind of raise my voice. And now I'm in a fight with a police officer in front of this event. And so another police officer walks over and explains and says, "Jason gave his kidney to somebody. He's here for an event." And the guy still didn't believe what was going on and reluctantly let me in the event and had a really bad attitude about it. And it was very odd. Did not want to let me in this event.
That sounds like exactly the kind of stuff that would happen to you. Confusion.
Okay. All right.
That one feels true.
All right. Well, what about Suits here? What has he got? What's your story here, Suits?
I got another cruise story for you guys. I've got plenty of them, obviously. You got to watch out. Sometimes people get real drunk and squirrely on these cruise ships.
Yeah, you're looking
you
at
get the drink package. Yeah, you guys know. I don't know what to tell you.
We know the drink package is always in our best benefit.
Well, I was honestly impressed with this guy because he was absolutely hammered, and we hadn't even had the boat drill yet. Like, it was the first day of the cruise, and he was really, belligerent drunk. And I was waiting in line to get some food on one of the cruise lines. They have Johnny Rockets on board.
Yeah.
And I really like that. It's the only place I've ever actually had it is on a cruise ship. But when they have a brand name place, it's one of the few things on a cruise ship you have to pay for the food. It's not free.
Yeah, right, okay.
And this guy, I don't think, realized that. So when he got his food, they asked him to pay for it, and he started arguing with the guy running the register. And I'm just kind of waiting in line behind him, and he's getting real belligerent with him. And he tells him, "I can't give you your food." He's got the plate sitting in front of him, and he goes to take it, and the guy grabs it from him and throws the food with the plate at the guy behind the register.
Dang.
Like, the food flew off of it. I had to dodge a rogue chicken wing. And yeah, he ended up getting himself arrested before we even left port. We were delayed by an hour, but I put up my feet on my balcony, grabbed a cocktail, and watched him get arrested and pulled off the ship.
Before he even gets out the seat,
Didn't
he's
even
gone.
leave. We left an hour late because he was drunk and throwing chicken at people.
Okay. That actually sounds so believable. Okay. Okay, so Virginia, we got Denny's getting pepper sprayed in a theater. Jaybird denied entry into an event. And Suit seeing a dude arrested on a cruise ship before leaving port. Which one feels like it's a lie?
I believe all of them, Kevin.
Yeah, I kind of do
Can't use that
too.
answer.
They're tricking us. They're all truths. Final answer.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I mean, Birds, if it's not that event, there's been so many events. He's been kicked out of our own events.
I see him one time come off stage from performing with the snack pack and then get kicked out by a bouncer not 30 seconds after he walked off the stage from performing.
But
amazing.
But the reason why was because I didn't have shoes on.
You had kicked your shoes into the crowd during the performance.
I threw them to the KVJ. They're like, yeah! They grab my shoes and everyone's having a good time. As soon as I get off the stage, the bouncer goes, you got to put your shoes on. I go, dude, I just threw them out in the crowd. Sorry, bro, you got to go then. I was like, what?
What? So you got to go.
My feet are part of the performance.
I was like, all right, man, I don't want to stay. I'm gone.
You left.
Okay.
Peace.
Grant in chat room thinks that maybe Suit slipped up because he's trying to claim that Johnny Rockets doesn't sell chicken wings.
Whoa.
No, I've had them many a time. Well, I
Okay.
mean chicken tenders, but I mean, it's
okay.
the same difference.
Okay. All right, so there we go.
Wings, tenders.
All
I
right.
consider it all the same.
All right, who is our liar here today on the KVJ show? We got Denny's telling us that he's with a date. They got basically pepper spray in the theater. He started coughing. It's because somebody had some pepper spray and they'd let it go. Jaybird was denied entry into an event that he should have been at, should have had no problem. And Suit saw a guy get arrested on a cruise ship before it even left port because he thought the Johnny Rockets food came along with what you pay to get on the boat. But that's separate. And the guy flipped out and threw his food at the people waiting. Okay, so we got the KVJ TV poll. 44% of people think that Suits is the liar. 33% say it's Jaybird. 23% say Denny's. What do you think, Virginia?
I mean, I think they all told a great story. This is a really tricky one this week. You guys get better every week.
We practice. We have dinners about this stuff.
I'm just going to shoot a dart at the wall and take a guess. I'm going to say it's Denny's.
Okay, you're going to go Denny's. I am going to go. I think Jaybird has thrown a ridiculously familiar story at us, just with separate details. So I'm going to say with that, it's not true. There's a big part of me. I want to go Suits, but I'm thinking they're trying to trick us. So I'm going to go with Jaybird on this.
I'm the liar.
Yeah, that you're the liar. So who is the actual liar with their story here today?
The chat room got me. That's me. I completely made that up this morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were trying to call a couple fouls on you. One about the chicken wing. Somebody saying you're not going to have enough time.
I don't think that they actually do serve them. I think I was wrong on that.
I like how Suits still stayed with you. Like, oh, I've had them. No, they're there. I got them.
Well, I wasn't going to say that until after the fact, at the very least.
Okay.
Ah, you got us.
I got you guys. at least.
Hardcore.
Yeah. Okay.
Good for you, Pumpkin.
All right. I'm like, he flubbed it and we still blew it.
They
Virginia.
were all good. I love a good story, and they all told a great story this week.
Okay. Well, we got some other things that are going around about KVJ. These are definite lies. I would say a lot of these. It's kind of interesting, all the rumors that wind up happening. And I really had no idea there's always so many rumors that are going on around about our show. And a lot of times it's even within these own walls. And Denny's just one of those approachable guys. He's in here working after the show and his door's open. So, Denny's the guy in the office and everybody can just go and pour their heart out to.
Oh,
Everybody loves Denny's.
Yeah.
Denny's truly is the eyes and ears of this
Oh,
institution.
he is. Yeah, he's on everything.
People go in there and they just tell him things, but he's cool. All of the sources will remain anonymous. No one's getting thrown under the bus.
He keeps the names out of it.
But
he
we do-
never reveals sources.
But we do have some rumors out there that are pretty funny.
Now, these either came from conversations in the hall, being out at events, maybe somebody said something on social media.
Yes, all of that. Some came to me at Crazy Horse, brought up some things. I'm like, no, that's not. I don't think that's real.
Okay, so these are the KVJ rumors that are currently floating around about myself, Virginia, and Jaybird. One about me is that I am not really married, and it's all an act for the show. The Mexican Queen, we're just co-parenting, I guess, live together, but we're not married. That's just a big old flub.
Would you like to address this to the public now?
Here's the thing anymore, because when the public says something about you, you can't even tell them the truth, and they won't believe you.
Yeah.
Sure, Kevin.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw the photos of you at the Pride Parade. Yeah.
You definitely cannot be straight.
Yeah, you're definitely not a straight man. There's no way. Yeah, the only thing that I can say to that is, yeah, it's not true, but nobody's going to believe me. I mean, there's nothing you can say. But yeah, it's real. I could show you the certificate of marriage that I have. So legally, I'm married. Now, you can think whatever you want to think. You can be like, okay, but I can prove to you that I'm legally married. In fact, people can go online and you can just hit a keyboard and you can pull up that I'm legally married to the Mexican Queen.
But y'all really are married, unless you guys are doing some kind of unbelievable Three's Company type of ruse that you never shut down.
Yeah.
I've been to Kevin's house. He's married.
Yeah.
He gets yelled at like he's married.
Yeah, we live in a house together. We've got the kids biologically, tied together there. So I can show you all that kind of stuff. Look, I guess you could have all that. So maybe like going, yes, I was married to a guy that was gay. And, so, I mean, I'm sure that there's still people doing that. So, but yeah, legally, I can prove that I'm married.
I'm sure this conversation will even spawn some more rumors.
I'm sure, yeah, they're going to spin off of that. Some of the other rumors that we have out here, some about Virginia. There's a rumor that Virginia got kicked out of a Chili's for dancing on the bar.
I mean, that could have happened.
Yeah,
that's amazing. She don't know.
I have been kicked out of several places for dancing up on a chair.
Yeah, I've seen her.
I remember those.
I remember her doing an upside down twerk at a pretty fancy restaurant in Miami, right in front of our pretty high up bosses. Do you remember that?
In the booth at the restaurant, feet up on the wall.
And it was still kind of early out, and we weren't. Like, most of us weren't that drunk yet, so it was kind of like, whoa, this is a little much so early.
I think they were just like, what have we hired? Yeah.
Well, you got to let them know. Early. You got to let them know early who they're dealing with.
Oh, they knew and regretted very early.
I loved it. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was one of the 2 of the 12 that was actually drunk.
I'm just doing it for you guys.
Yeah. That was a good show. No doubt. Another rumor about Virginia is that she was actually in rehab that whole time she said she had pink eye.
Pink lies still coming up to the surface.
Yeah.
Rehab is for quitters.
Mm-hmm.
She did not go to no rehab.
I did not. Look at me.
Yeah, she's not quitting. She's not quitting anything.
It's the worst rehab ever, then, if this is how I came out.
I don't have the stats to back it up, but you could make a strong debate. She's even gotten better. Or more stronger, I should say.
Oh, she has.
Yeah.
I mean, I've known her since her mid-20s, and yeah, the girl's only getting better.
I'm taking those peptides now.
Yeah.
They really do work.
You can tell, yeah.
Stronger would be the word.
She's stronger, yeah. A couple of rumors about Jaybird. There's one that Jaybird was giving out weed s'mores as his alter ego S'moro at the Crazy Horse that happened on St. Patrick's Day.
Damn.
Those were not edibles. I swear to you. I wouldn't do that. Those were straight up just s'mores.
People ate your s'mores and felt high after?
They weren't silly
That
s'mores.
may have been a contact buzz by standing close to Denny's.
Those are not silly s'mores, I swear.
And then there's rumors about you getting busted, getting it on in a bowling alley.
Never happened.
Any idea who this might have been, when this might have happened, what bowling alley it was?
No, we were saying
specifics.
Saying getting busy at a bowling alley. Are you saying like full gorilla?
Full
no,
on
I
the
can
act.
Definitely confirm that's never happened in my life.
Never happened.
Never.
Have you ever had any kind of altercation in a bowling alley where you've been reprimanded or scolded?
I mean, not for that.
Okay.
No, not for, yeah.
Were you maybe rounding third base and someone walked in?
I don't think I was, never mind, I can't say that.
Were you sniffing around?
Yeah.
No. None of that.
You don't want to sniff at a bowling alley, but
with or without somebody. Yeah.
You don't want to have like exposed skin in a
Yeah.
bowling alley.
no, there's a lot of fungus around there.
I can confirm those are not silly s'mores, and I did not go full gorilla in a bowling alley.
Yeah. Any idea how these rumors or how that rumor got started?
I believe that is a internet rumor.
Okay.
Social media.
Our chat room, I think, is kicking about 90% of these out.
Probably
Yeah.
so.
I started some of them.
Yeah. Another rumor is that Denny's is secretly selling bongs that his wife Jen is making on the internet under a fake name.
That was at the Rust Market I do. A KVJ Nationer came to me and goes, so is Denny's and his wife, they're making secret bongs on the internet? I go, no. So Darren told me that. I go, who the hell's Darren? Darren. He couldn't really tell me who Darren was.
I went to high school with a Darren.
Darren.
I haven't seen him in a while.
I don't know Darren. And no, they're not doing that illegally.
Well, she's a pottery person.
Yes, and he's a pot person, so.
Yeah.
Can you make bongs out of clay and pottery?
You can make your own bongs for sure, yeah. But she's not doing that. It's absolutely a rumor.
And even Suits has his own rumor. There's a rumor going around that Suits got in trouble for being too drunk at the South Florida Fair.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. He punched the guy running the Ferris wheel. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn.
No, Suits did not. That doesn't sound familiar to me.
Suits even make it to the fair this year? Yeah, I was going to say. I didn't think he
No
got
fair
out there.
for him?
Yeah, no fair for Suits. Yeah,
So
all
we
right.
can deny all of these rumors?
Yeah.
Except for Virginia?
Don't think one of them's correct.
Virginia probably got kicked out.
Well, I like mine. Can I keep mine? I mean, it kind of gives me street cred.
Dance on the bar Chili's?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can keep that. All right, any other rumors that you have heard about the KVJ show? Love to hear them here. You can call or text them in 877-979-WRMF.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, not too long ago, Kim Kardashian had done this video where she was giving advice, and I think it landed a little sideways because the basic gist of it was like, well, you should just get off your ass and work, was kind of what she was saying. And a lot of people were like, hold up. Now, you were born into a very wealthy family, and wealth for you just generated more wealth. When you say that to an average American woman just trying to make it out there in the grind, your experience is not going to be the same as hers.
Also, when you generalize everybody and you've been working your ass off, you're, no, I've been working.
No. I've been working my ass off.
Yeah.
Still not got anywhere.
Yeah.
So
right.
Stick it.
a lot of people came for Kim K.
Well, Kevin, she's got a social media presence she's got to be responsible about. She tells you all about it.
Here she is apologizing for telling women to get off their ass and work.
Having a social media presence and being on a reality show does not mean overnight success. And you have to really work hard to get there, even if it might seem like it's easy and that you can build a really successful business off of social media. And you can if you put in a lot of hard work. And it wasn't a blanket statement towards women or to feel like I don't respect the work or think that they don't work hard. I know that they do. So it was taken out of context, but I'm really sorry if it was received that way.
I got her. Twitter got her. I got her.
I mean, nobody's really going to be taking motivational talk, I don't think, from Kim Kardashian.
No, her experience out there in the world of making it or not making it is going to be a little bit different than yours.
Well, you think she had a couple of advantages?
Yeah.
Just a couple.
Right. Yeah. Her influencer status is not the same as somebody who's just a regular kid growing up in the middle of the country.
No, they were more rich than you will ever be before they were even famous.
Also, I've learned people don't want to hear about how hard you work. They really don't. People don't give a crap.
Not when you're a social media influencer. No. People just take it serious and take it differently.
Yeah, and people might say, if my dad was OJ's attorney, maybe I would have a leg up too.
Exactly. Nick Lachey went off on a female photographer. Now, I haven't heard this audio, but I did see some stills of him flipping the double bird at her. What did this photographer do to get him so hot?
I don't know, but he's pretty hot in this clip.
And this is on the night that Will Smith jacked Chris Rock, right? What's
Maybe
going on in the water in L.A.?
They served moonshine at that thing?
I don't know what's going on.
Maybe they put some bath salts in that Oscar water.
It was squirrely night in L.A.
Why are you so mad for? Golly, I'm a girl. I'm just a photographer.
Is he still a thing?
Yeah, why are you so rude and hitting the window? But why are you hitting the window? Why are you being so mean?
Because why are you taking pictures of people on the street?
I'm a photographer. I'm looking for celebrities. I thought you were a
So
celebrity.
you found some.
I think you're drunk.
We're
I
here.
can smell your alcohol.
We're here.
But why are you being so mean?
What's going on, Nick?
Still the worst. You guys are still the worst.
Why are you swinging at girls, bro? Should be ashamed of yourself, Nick.
Still the worst.
Did he say, you swinging at girls, bro? Is that what he said?
And Nick Lachey is yelling, "You're still the worst."
Yeah.
He hates paparazzi.
Yeah.
She's accusing him of being intoxicated and
Yeah.
all ginned up. And
look, he might have been intoxicated.
Right.
He's allowed to be intoxicated. We don't know what happened before. And
Right.
paparazzi's
Yeah.
not known for being all cool and polite.
she sounds like she's a little aggressive.
What makes you say that?
if you poke somebody and then they poke back, I mean,
Yeah.
you got to tell the front end of the story too.
Right.
You can hear it.
Yeah,
What-
you
what
can,
set- what
you
set
can
him off, yeah.
you can hear in her tone she is coming at him.
He was drinking. His fuse was probably a little bit shorter than usual. She probably did something to kind of egg it on, and he snapped when he shouldn't have, and he knew it. And I think his apology was the way to handle it. Just cut it off and move on, rather than try to defend yourself. So he said, I clearly overreacted. I've been in this game long enough to know that their antics are sadly part of the deal. Stupid of me, done.
Yeah, and I think he said he didn't swing at. They'll turn this into a thing. It'll be on Extra tonight, Kevin.
I mean, then you got to prove the video that he did swing
Exactly.
at you. If you did, then yeah, you got something else. You got round two. If not, then all right.
But let's stop acting like paparazzis they're cool to be around because they're pretty awful.
Some of them are downright mean and say the most horrible things, just looking to get a reaction. And then that part of the video never makes it mainstream. You only see Nick Lachey flipping out, but you don't see what was said or done to him in the moments before he flipped out. I don't know. That's not completely telling both sides of the story. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Listen up, y'all, cause here's the sitch. It's time for another round of do it, bitch. 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 Do it. Do it. Do it, bitch. Do it, bitch.
We start by dividing off teams here. Suits gets to pick his partner out of the cup of doom.
I like that.
Gosh.
Okay, Suits.
All right.
Who you pulling out today?
I have drawn out Denny's.
Yeah, I knew it. We all knew it.
Okay.
It's so crazy that
Amazing.
it really is.
Okay, so Suits and Denny's and Virginia and Jaybird back together again.
You want to guess this time?
Okay.
All right, you guess, and I'll be the gambler. I'm gonna believe in you, witch. All right.
Suits is guessing as well. I'll be gambling.
Okay. That's the one that's pushing the odds here today. Okay, let's get right in this here. We're going to start with Suits and Denny's. We'll let them go in the first round. Best out of 5 is going to be our winner here today. Okay. All right, the first topic that we have is Sunday toppings. Sunday toppings.
Oh, man, all right.
Okay. All right, so Denny's, how many Sunday toppings do you think Suits can name in 10 seconds?
I know it's hard, but I mean, there's like 40 of them. I'm gonna kick it off. I'm gonna say Suits could do 6 in 10 seconds.
Virginia. Sorry, Jaybird. How do you feel about with Virginia?
The witch can absolutely do 8.
Can do 8.
Yes.
Okay. So we're at 8 here. Denny's, what do you think about 8?
Oh gosh, because I think she can do it. You would have to list so many. 9 is so hard. I'm gonna say do it, witch.
Okay, do it, witch. 8 Sunday toppings in 10 seconds. Virginia, your time begins now.
Peanut butter, fudge, cherries, strawberries, chocolate chips, blueberries, blackberries, Oreo cookie crumble, gummy bears, M&Ms, Snow caps.
I mean, there's so many.
I think she crushed it.
Yeah, she did. She
Yeah.
got 10.
Yeah.
I was just hoping that it would be hard to get all 10 in 8 seconds.
They're I mean, almost all of those you could possibly get.
I feel like an athlete right now.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Oh,
That was
you
good.
Strong.
Exceeded.
Come on,
Yeah.
I don't know. Beat your chest and growl.
No, I don't want to pop a breast implant.
Go high. Go in between the neck.
Beat your neck. Because that seems safe. How about I just beat yours?
It's all good. Good job. I got excited.
Okay, next round. We start with Virginia and Jaybird on this. Jaybird going to be pushing it for Virginia. This is cities in Miami-Dade County.
Oh, my girl can name 5.
5 cities in Miami-Dade. Okay. What do you think, Denny's, about Suits?
Suits lived down there. What's the number at?
It's at 5.
5. I'm going to say Suits can name 7.
Suits can do 7 Miami-Dade County cities.
He's the traffic guy. Virginia can name 8.
Virginia can do 8 then.
She can.
Okay. What do you think about that, Denny's? Do you want to stay at 8 or you want to push it to 9 with Suits?
That's so hard. I'm going to say do it.
Your gravest mistake, sweet Denny's.
8 Miami-Dade County cities in 10 seconds. Your time begins now, Virginia.
Miami Beach, Opelika, Hialeah, Miami Gardens, Miami Lakes, Aventura, Ball Harbor.
7.
Oh, it was 7. That's so hard.
My brain just broke.
It's okay. I pushed the witch hard
That's so
and the broom
hard.
broke.
You know, I hate Miami, dude. They fired me.
Let go of the hate. Let go of the hate.
She thinks it was like the city that got rid of
I
her.
know.
Yeah.
It was just our building.
I hold a grudge, bruh.
She's... And technically, we're actually fired in Broward.
Yeah.
Nope. Blaming Miami.
I mean, if you want to get real.
Nope.
You're right. I don't even think Miami knew we were there.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Okay, here we go. It is tied 1 apiece. We're on to round 3.
Exciting,
How?
no?
I feel like I've worked so hard,
You
and
have.
it's time.
Yeah, stay positive. Let's go.
Damn it.
Oh, gosh.
Get back on that broom.
We're going to
I never got off.
Team Suits and Denny's here.
Gosh.
Okay, next topic is male musicians with a one-word name, or male artists with a one-word name. They don't necessarily have to play an instrument. They would just have a one-word name. Denny's, how many can Suits name in 10 seconds?
I bet you Suits could do 4.
Okay, is it 4? Jaber, what do you think about with Virginia?
Oh, Witchy Witch could definitely do 5 with confidence.
Virginia can do 5. Denny's, what do you think about with Suits? How many can he name?
I don't think Suits can name 5. I'm going to say do it. I feel bad putting Virginia on the spot all the time.
Virginia stops at 5 in 10 seconds. Your time begins now.
Shaggy, Prince, Sting, Barry,
Elvis!
Elvis, Drake, Bono,
Oh, that's
Eminem,
so hard.
Seal, Diddy.
So hard.
Damn, now Ralston's just, showing off now.
Okay, that's a tough one.
Oh.
musicians. That's not my thing.
And you hate men.
I do.
Yes.
I mean, all around, I was set up to fail.
Yeah.
I just didn't think Suits could get more than 5.
He couldn't.
That's hard.
That's so hard.
I had 2. I had 2.
I just didn't think.
I had 2. Yeah. And I can't remember the other one I had.
I had 2.
Bono and the Edge. That was
I looked
it.
up and saw Shaggy. I'm like, oh yeah, Shaggy.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, of course we
That's
played a
on.
Shaggy
We
song.
played a Shaggy song.
Of course.
Yeah.
And it didn't help. It didn't matter.
Yeah, but when she said it, I go, oh no.
Okay. All right. So we've got Suits and Denny's and a 2-1 lead over Virginia Jaybird here and Do It, Bitch.
Damn it.
It doesn't
All
matter.
right.
It's going to come down to 2.
Broken
2.
but not beaten. Stay positive. Get back on the broom. Get back on that broom.
Here we go. So in the 4th round now, we're going back to Virginia and Jaybird. Okay, on this one, we are going to go with one-word films that start with the letter G.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I mean,
Oh,
you're
Kevin.
really.
What?
We are turning on Ralston now. It's not.
Yeah.
That's the hardest category in history.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
Are you messing with us, or is that real?
That's real. That's legit.
Say it again, please, because we're so full of rage right now.
One-word films that start with the letter G. I mean, it's just one of those ones. It's going to test you. Probably want to start low on this. One-word films that start with the letter G. Okay, so Jaybird, you get to push. How many can Virginia do in 10 seconds?
Virginia can name one.
Okay. Hey, that's legit. Got to start somewhere. Denny's, how do you want to play this? Knowing this is so low, where do you think this could end up?
I hear you. I feel if I do anything above 3, I'm going to get a do it, bitch. I'm going to say Suits can name 2.
Okay, you're going right to 2. Okay, Jaybird, do you dare want to push this to 3? Or are you going to call Suits at 2?
Virginia can do 3.
Denny's?
I know it sucks so bad.
This is tough, right?
I can think of 3.
Okay. Yeah, this is a tough one. This is all strategy right here.
Yes.
You got to work this one out. This is all strategy on the really hard categories. You're at 3. Do you dare push it to 4?
It's almost like we're playing for our life right now.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I feel like I'm in Squid Games here.
Calling them on 3, or you got to push to 4?
Oh Jesus. I'm like, how many could Suits possibly know? I'm gonna have to say do it because I just don't think Suits could do it.
Okay, you can tie it up here, Virginia, if you can get 3 in 10 seconds. One-word films that start with G and go.
Game, golf, Godfather, Gold, Gift, Guffaw.
I mean, those count, right? The Gift, that's a movie.
Gift, Game, Godfather.
The Game, Godfather. I got those
Golf.
3.
There's got to be a movie called Golf.
Golf? I think you're going on just hoping there's a movie called Golf.
I'm just saying things.
I counted that until then.
I mean, there probably is a movie. I get it's a terrible. I mean, I get
The movie.
it's an annoying
She needed
strategy.
what, 3?
She needed
I mean,
3.
she did say Game, Godfather, and Gift. Those are 3 movies.
If we're not counting just The Gift, because that is 2 words, I'm not sure what the criteria is here.
Yeah.
Have fun with that.
I think that's a no-name movie game. Now, the other ones that I would tell you that I had on my list, like Ghostbusters,
Geely,
Goonies,
Grease, Godzilla, Gladiator, Goldfinger.
It's up to y'all. Whatever you guys want to do.
I'll take it. It's a tough one.
The witch was singing for her supper.
Well, we'll
The
go.
witch is over here tap dancing.
On no-name movie games, you don't have to have
The in front.
So we're going to say it's tied.
Whoa!
Wow.
Ralston comes in with the Judge
I knew it
Judy
would be.
final say.
I knew it would be.
It's
I got
all tied
lucky.
to a piece.
Oh my gosh!
All tied to a piece.
So Kevin, you made the final. That's
I
the,
did.
Yeah, I
That's
think
it.
that counts.
All
That
right,
was
go with
3.
that.
That was I counted as 3 too.
We'll go with that.
Gosh, that's hard.
I see you working. I see you. I hear you.
I'm over here sweating in butt privates. I got
All right,
swamp
stop.
butt.
You gotta stop.
Too
You
much.
gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta stop talking.
That's too
I'm
much.
nervous.
I don't know
Okay.
about that point you gave him, Kevin.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
have to revoke it now. All right, just to end this.
So stressful.
Okay, back to Suits and Denny's here. Final round here of Do It Bitch. We're going to go with unisex first names. That means it works for a girl or for a guy. You commonly hear this name used with either gender. Okay.
I mean, there's so many.
Yeah. Denny's, how many can Suits name in 10 seconds?
I'm gonna kick it off at 6. I think he could do 6.
And again, the word common
Yeah. It can't be.
is big
abstract.
in play here.
Orange face or three-eyed John doesn't count.
Not at all.
No, I mean,
Orange
Not even a
face.
name.
I'm just making up names.
there's better examples, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay, we've got Jaybird. How many can Virginia do? We're at 6.
Virginia can do 7. We're at 6.
Yeah.
7.
7. Denny's, this could be it. This is a big decision here. You say do it, bitch, or are you going to push to
She
8?
has to do 7
She has to do 7 in 10 seconds.
unisex names. I'm gonna say do it.
Okay. Unisex first names, Virginia, go.
Andy, Al, Bobby, Tommy, Charlie, Willie.
What happened to you?
I
Did
got-
you just do shrooms?
I don't know. I'm trying.
What?
I got 3 definitive ones.
3. Yeah, I got 3 too.
What was
Needed
that?
a lot.
I was thinking like Shannon.
Did you just do a line? What happened?
Fell very short on that one. Yeah.
I tried, bruh.
Yeah.
That is hard though.
Fell very short on that one, yeah.
Oh my God.
Casey, Jamie, Dana, Taylor, Jordan. Okay. All right. So that means that our win is going to Suits and Denny's. Virginia and Jaybird are facing off against the punishment. I know Denny's is very happy because he actually brought in what we're using for the punishment here today. And he was telling me, I hope I don't have to use this on myself because it's really awful. So you'll find out exactly what is the punishment for Virginia and Jaybird for losing Do It Bitch coming up next.
All of these people in my life acting berserk. I'm feeling all pissed off and hurt. I need to know if I am the jerk. Oh, am I the jerk? Oh.
All right, we're going to get to your Am I the Jerk emails coming up here in just a second. First, a quick pay him off and the Do It Bitch punishment. Denny's brought in some Vegemite today, so it's that fun little vegetable spread out of Australia.
Why do they even eat that? It's so gnarly.
It's one of those things. I think it's just if it's something that you were raised on, you just like it and you're okay with it. But if you are not, it is really gnarly. So Denny's is just going to give you a quick, easy little squirt here. You open up, and he's going to shoot some Vegemite squeezy right into your mouth before we get going here with Am I the Jerk?
Just don't say squirt.
Yeah.
Please.
I thought it was weird it came in a squirt thing like this too.
Yeah.
And they eat this by choice.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Although I will say, because I had to take the seal off it to open it for you guys, it smells absolutely horrific. I can't believe people eat this.
It is unbelievable.
It smells like somebody mashed up a vitamin.
I'm wondering if it's truly that popular or if it's something where I'm sure we have foods here in America that you know of it, but everybody thinks Americans eat it like crazy. Maybe a pickled pig's feet, but nobody ever really eats it. Is Vegemite that way in Australia?
It must be. It says proudly Australian made and owned. And I've never seen it anywhere else.
I appreciate that pep talk Braveheart speech you just gave us, Denny's. It smells horrific. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I got it on my hand.
Yeah.
Just get over here and squirt in my mouth.
Yeah, can we get the squirting over
Give him a
with,
good shot.
please?
Let's get this thing going here. All right.
All right. Denny's going to just squirt it in our... All right, I like it.
She just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. Okay, here we go.
All right, squirt it, Denny's.
3, 2,
Here's
1.
Virginia. Oh, that's so gnarly. Oh, my gosh.
Let me get you that.
That looked like you emptied a whole ketchup packet.
whoa.
Oh, that's so
That's
gnarly.
so gross.
Oh, wow. Can you get it down? No.
Hold on.
It's tough. Yeah, you just got to gulp that thing back, man.
Swallow it.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Tough, huh?
I hate you, Denny's.
She is so bad.
All right, Bird, your turn to step up here.
It does have a lot of vitamin B, so you guys might thank me later.
All right. Give it to him, Denny's. Squirt in his mouth.
Okay.
Give me a good size.
Here you go, Bird.
Nasty.
All right, enjoy your Vegemite.
2,
It's good for
1.
you. It's good for a grown boy. Oh, that was solid double squirt. Oh, he's got a mouthful of it. Can Bird get it down?
Why
Can
does it
Bird
taste-
get it down? Oh, can he get it down? Bird, can he
Trash?
get it down? Okay, he's trying to shake it off. Oh. Oh, is it down? Let me see your mouth. I think he got it.
Oh, my God.
You got it? Oh, he got it.
That is awful.
They
Wow.
really eat that for fun?
I guess. I don't know. It's a good question. Australians, let
get
us
it.
know.
That's the worst thing.
Yeah.
Gross.
Ken, you
Yeah.
got to do it.
She said, I got a text here that says, my friend lives in Australia for 15 years. She said most people hate it, but those who eat it do like jelly on toast.
Wow.
That is one of the worst things I've ever eaten.
Okay.
I feel like it's all over my mouth. It's
Yeah.
in my lip gloss.
I think typically you put it on white bread in just a very small amount, not nearly as
That
much as
was
you guys just ate.
Really terrible.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
It's
there
kind
you
of
go.
one of the things that gives you an instant fever.
Yeah. All right, your Am I the Jerk emails here. We got one email saying, am I the jerk for wanting the dog to stay outside? It says in this email, my husband's brother is coming to visit us today from out of state, and he's bringing his dog. And we've got a 15-month-old baby girl, and she is all over the house. I'm just nervous with how my child will interact with this dog. The dog is a breed where I've seen stories of them turning on small children.
Oh, that's all I need to hear.
But my husband's brother said that his dog is the most docile dog you'll ever meet and is great around kids. For me, I have massive anxiety and bad vibes about it, and I want the dog to stay outside or restrained to one room. My husband said that this dog is his brother's baby, and it would not be fair to have him do that when ours gets free reign. Now I'm getting upset with my husband, and I've been crying from anger and fear. This is when I decided to email for your perspective. Am I the jerk for insisting this dog stay away from my baby and stay outside? I'm being told it's too hot outside already for a dog to be there.
Okay, this is ridiculous. Your house, your baby, your rules. Tell your husband and his brother that this dog can stay in one room of the house with the door closed, and that's it. If it's too hot outside for the dog, fine. I get that. It is hot. So leave the dog in one room and leave the door closed. This dog does not get free reign of the house. You don't know this dog, and you're being a protective mother. You're doing your job in your home, and everybody else needs to back the F up.
Okay. Yeah, so you're saying the protective mom here, you're all good, stand your ground.
Stand your ground. This is your job to protect this baby. And until you have a full bearing on this dog, no, this dog does not get full reign of the house.
But we don't
He's never been in your house.
We don't have to let the dog go outside, though. Isn't there a way to compromise here? We could put a little area in the house.
Put him in a bedroom or put him in the room that your
That's what she was saying.
brother-in-law is staying.
Yeah.
Keep him in that room.
I mean, there's a way to make it.
husband's-
You can make the dog happy and comfortable to where it's not outside and everything's
Yeah.
protected. They have gates too. You can make areas.
I think she put out the reasonable compromise, and she gave him a compromise, and the husband's like, no, I mean, that's his baby. And, you know, I mean, but he's really trying to compare a baby dog with a baby, human baby.
A baby won't attack and bite and charge and scare. If you don't know this dog and this dog has never been in your home before, you can't predict what the dog's behavior is going to be.
Again, though, I feel like there's a way to compromise. A lot of these, I feel you can compromise and everyone can win on this.
Well, to me, I think for her, if the dog needs to run around, the dog can go outside. At night, the dog can come in and stay with your husband's brother and can have his whole thing. But yeah, as far as I'm going to have my baby out running around and your dog's going to be at the same time prancing around and doing whatever it's going to do, be like, I just don't want that interaction. I want the peace of mind. I don't know. I don't know for sure. I'm a protective mom, and I assume there's a 0% chance anything's going to happen. But I just, in the 0.5 chance odd that something does, I would never forgive myself.
And mom is doing her job, protecting her baby. That's your number one job when you're a new mom.
Yeah.
So everybody else get out of the way and let her do her job.
Michael in the chat room thinks the good idea is to put the baby outside. Can you do that?
Some people are saying get rid of the wife. There's a lot of.
Okay. All right. Most people are saying you're not the jerk. A few will disagree. Another email here says, am I the jerk for banning weed parties?
You're over the top.
Come on.
Let's go.
Mellow out. You actually need some weed.
This email says, my boyfriend moved in with me a couple of months ago. I live in a townhouse and we get along pretty well most of the time, except when he has his friends over. They all smoke weed in my living room, and I have asked him 3 times now to stop. I hate the smell, and I don't like the way they all act when they get all stoned. He says he needs a sanctuary where he can relax and that this is his home too. Am I the jerk for saying that they can't smoke weed in my living room?
Now, when you got 2 different kind of people living 2 different kind of lives. People that don't smoke weed, yeah, I get it. You probably don't want to smoke or smell the weed. I mean, that's why, I don't know, man. You gotta make sure you guys are on the same page about this kind of stuff.
You guys.
It's a major disagreement.
This just turned into makeup or breakup, and I think you guys should break up.
Because if I was, I try to be conscious. I would never want you to have weed smoke around someone that hates weed smoke. Then I'm thinking, why are we together? We're living such different lives.
Yeah, you're right. There might be another thing to look into here. That, look, if you really hate weed smoke and you don't want it around, you should be able to have a place where you can stay where there's not weed smoke.
I 110% agree with that.
Yeah. So, but he wants his own little sanctuary. So, yeah, at the very least, I would get your own place. And if that ain't going to work in the relationship, then you're right. Breaking up is a good thing to do.
Sounds like he's already dating somebody named Mary. Mary Jane. And that's who he's loyal to.
What about this? Am I the jerk for not switching yoga locations? I never thought I would like yoga, but my ex-girlfriend took me there 4 months ago, and I became hooked. Well, I wasn't feeling our relationship, so I broke up with her, but I kept the yoga. I tried going one class later than my ex to not make it too awkward for her, but now she is telling me that I need to find my own yoga place. The thing, though, is that I love our instructor, and this place is so convenient to my house. I'd hate to go somewhere else, not like it, and then fall out of the healthy lifestyle I've now adopted. Am I the jerk if I don't switch yoga locations? Okay. Any thought on that, Virginia?
That one's tricky.
Okay.
But, I mean, if she took you there and then you guys broke up and it was her place first, I think you should go get a different yoga place. There are lots of them. Don't... You're a drama. You're drama. If you want to keep going to the place where your ex goes and you just want to go because you think it's your right to go, you're drama.
I've changed Publixes before.
Because
I would run into my ex there.
Go get a new yoga place. It was her place first. She brought you there. Stop being a little drama bitch.
You think you're there just to get a couple frozen pizzas, some Elios? Bam, right there. Ex-girlfriend. Hi.
Hi, J-Brad. How you doing?
Yeah, I had that happen once with an ex where we both had the same little sandwich shop that made the best wraps. You couldn't get these kind of wraps anywhere else. And I would go there probably about 3 to 4 times a week for lunch. It was so amazing. And we both knew the owners and were good friends with them. When we broke up, it's like, oh man, who gets the sub shop?
And I get some people listening, oh, just grow up and go get your sub or just go to the Publix. You're better than me. I don't like running into exes and it's all awkward in the middle of Publix. I like being in a good headspace at Publix.
And especially for then at yoga, you're supposed to be at a clear, peaceful headspace, not thinking bad thoughts about your ex.
Go ahead, relax your mind. I hate my ex. I hate my ex. Relax your mind. How dare they?
Yeah, you're going to make it bad for her and for you. You're going to be thinking about her because you're going to be seeing her.
It sounds like he's not sweating her.
No, he
doesn't care. He's not sweating her a bit.
He's the jerk.
Yeah,
he's the jerk.
Just saying, he's like, but I don't want to switch yoga locations.
Switch yoga locations. It was her place first. Move along and stop trying to make drama.
Okay, I'm just kind of curious on that. I want to see what people say on that one, Suits. I think that one's maybe the closest one we had. Is he a jerk if he doesn't switch yoga locations? He is trying to already be nice and go to a different time. But she's like, no, this is mine. I found
but it's a different time.
No, he's going to run into her because it's the class right after her. So as she's leaving, it sounds like he's coming in.
If that's what's going on, that's actually diabolical.
That's diabolical.
That means he's definitely
he said he's going to the one later. So, yeah.
Okay, I think it changes. These details are important. If it's free,
she takes him to yoga. He falls in love with it. He breaks up with her, but he still loves the yoga and he still want to go to that place she took him. Is he a jerk if he keeps going there?
Get a new place.
Okay. All right. What do you have to say here?
I hate this guy. He is such a dork.
Yeah.
And he's not over her. And he wants to keep rubbing it in her face and messing with her.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. We'll let KVJ TV. You can sound off on that. Is he the jerk if he doesn't switch locations? You can let us know. Okay. So we want to find out if this guy is a jerk. He went to yoga with his ex-girlfriend. Didn't think he was going to like it. He fell in love with it, fell out of love with her, dumps her, still wants to go to the same yoga place. And she's like, you need to find your own yoga place. I'm the one who took you here. So is he a jerk if he keeps going to the yoga place? He's going to a different session to try to minimize any kind of run-ins or interaction with her. Now, different comments all over the place. One person said, yeah, this yoga guy sucks. But somebody else who said, I'm an avid yogi, and you are not the jerk. She needs more yoga if she's going to be mad at this.
Oh, yeah. Virginia could use a little yoga. Not yogurt, because that's going to make her fart, but yoga.
I'd love some yogurt.
No yogurt for you.
I'm going to blow you right out the studio.
And then this comment said, Virginia lost her damn mind. That girl doesn't own the place, and the dude doesn't care about her. So we asked the KVJ TV chat what you thought. Is he the jerk if he keeps going back to the same yoga place? 61% say no, he's not. 39%
60-40, yeah. Sounds about right.
That's about right. So that's where it falls in line to that.
So I guess some people don't my, and it's not because I've got any ill will towards an ex. I just don't like the uncomfortable moment when you're not expecting seeing an ex-girlfriend or an ex-boyfriend. It sucks.
Don't you want to minimize the drama in your life?
And it's not even that it's drama. It's just
going to make everybody awkward.
It is. It really
it's
is.
drama light.
It's drama. It is, but it's still uncomfortable. Publix is that's my happy place.
Yeah. He's just a guy. Clearly, he doesn't care about her, really think about her, and probably the fact that he's so flippant about it makes it even harder for her. This doesn't even hurt him. He's a monster.
He's a terrorist.
How long were they together for, do you remember?
Didn't say, I don't think. He just said that they were together and he dropped
3 weeks.
4 months ago is when they went to yoga.
And people in the chat room are saying there doesn't have to be drama. And I agree, there doesn't have to be drama.
Right. Well, there is drama because his ex is saying you got to find a new place. Well, if you got your own situation where people are calling you a jerk and maybe you don't think you are, we'll give you the ruling on it. Just send us the email, mail@kvjshow.com.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, you've heard about the wars that Miami Beach has had against the Spring Breakers. Miami Beach Mayor Dan Gelber was like, yeah, we don't really invite this. We just endure this. They were not a big fan of the spring break that goes on for 6 weeks out of the year. They were talking to some other people I saw in Miami Beach, and they were just like, yeah, it's just spring break season, and it's almost like hurricane season where we have to just stay inside and hide.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's not a lot of people, I don't think, on Miami Beach that are too fond of the crazy antics going on with spring break.
I was texting yesterday with a Miami Beach cop who's a KVJ Nationer, and he's like, it is ridiculous. The safety level is just, it's horrifying for the people who live down there.
Everyone's just getting turned and not caring?
Yeah.
Yeah, the streets get packed, and cars have a hard time getting through, and then
shootings,
there were 5 shootings. That really was the problem the previous weekend.
That ain't sexy.
Yeah,
that ain't the Miami Beach that we know and love.
It doesn't scream fun.
No.
Yeah. So now Panama City Beach is also declaring war on spring breakers. They detained over 160 people.
Wow.
Over the weekend. They say there were massive crowds of people disrupting the area. 161 people, in fact, were arrested, and officers seized 75 guns. So they're saying there is a potential for chaos and death.
75 guns?
75 guns.
My
they
goodness.
took. Yeah, from 161 people. So,
I mean, if you're going to a spring break party and you've got a gun,
yeah,
I just feel like you've kind of lost the point of spring break.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
What are we doing here? We're going to the beach with a gun?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you doing? Put that in your bikini?
Did you see that video of the big pileup that happened on that snowy road?
Yes.
In Pennsylvania?
Somebody sent it to my Twitter and I retweeted it.
Yeah.
It was insane. I guess it was like snow and fog combined.
Yeah.
And zero visibility, and all these cars are just smacking into each other.
50 to 60 vehicles involved, and 3 people were killed and all that.
It is a crazy bird's eye view of what's going on, because the guy is literally standing on the side of the road. His car just got smacked, and then all these cars just keep getting smacked.
Yeah.
There's a truck on fire.
Yeah. It's just really kind of weird that they've got this kind of weather still that late. But my dad was texting me. He's kind of up in that area. And I think he said on Wednesday it's going to be 75. So
what?
It's just, it's real weird. They had it where they were at temperatures in the low 70s, and then the next day it was in the 20s.
Good Lord.
Yeah, crazy. Well, there's a Pasco County, Florida man that got arrested on child abuse charges after deputies said he had a 4-year-old child smoke a blunt.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Jason Gwinnen encouraged the child to smoke a blunt containing an unknown substance. He filmed it and then sent the video to the child's mother.
Oh, my gosh.
She took it right to the sheriff's office. He was responsible for the child at the time, and he has since been arrested.
Did he send a LOL, look at this? He probably thought it was the funniest thing.
Oh, yeah, probably.
What the hell?
Yeah, just don't leave your kids with anybody. You know?
You're right, man.
don't know if you heard this video. There's this 26-year-old. He is a U.S. rep from North Carolina, Republican Representative Madison Cawthorn, and he was doing this podcast interview, and they're asking him about House of Cards, the TV show that's on Netflix.
Yes.
Shows politicians with a lot of bad behavior and scandals and all kinds of stuff. I mean, there's drug use, there's murder and all that. And so he's asking this young 26-year-old North Carolina Republican about what he's seen in D.C., and here's a little bit of what he had to say.
I heard a former president that we had in the 90s was asked a question about this, and he gave an answer that I thought was so true, and he said, the only thing that's not accurate in that show is that you could never get a piece of legislation about education passed that quickly.
And everything else is good.
Aside from that, I mean, the sexual perversion that goes on in Washington, I mean, being kind of a young guy in Washington, where the average age is probably 60 or 70, and I look at all these people, a lot of them that I've looked up to through my life. I've always paid attention to politics, guys that, then all of a sudden you get invited to, like, well, hey, we're going to have kind of a sexual get-together at one of our homes. You should come. And I'm like, what did you just ask me to come to? And then you realize they're asking you to come to an orgy. Or the fact that, there's some of the people that are leading on the movement to try and remove, addiction in our country. And then you watch them do, a key bump of cocaine right in front of you. And it's like, wow, this is wild.
There's D.C. for you.
Wow.
I wonder how many people on the planet have been invited to an orgy. Is that a common thing?
Apparently it is in D.C.
Why, you looking for RSVP?
I'm sure we could find you one around here.
I am not orgy material, but I am wondering how often does it be asked?
I could get you a legit offer and invitation probably within the hour.
Yeah, that's not my cup of soda.
Mm-hmm.
But you could go in as a correspondent.
Yeah, I was just curious about how many people have asked.
And how about this? A nasty fight over pizza and where to get it. A man in the UK got into a fight with his girlfriend about where they wanted to get their pizza. He wanted Pizza Hut. She wanted a place called Pizza Choice. And at some point, he stabbed her in the backside with a knife.
Oh, my.
Amazingly, she's okay, and he's the one going to jail. But my gosh.
I wouldn't say she's okay.
Yeah,
she's not going to be okay for a minute.
Let's just say she's not dead, but you're right. She's not okay.
Even if it doesn't even puncture you, that stays with you.
Damn. Okay, still got the call out. We're trying to double a paycheck here. We are looking for Cassandra Kimbrough from Port St. Lucie. If you know her, get a hold of her ASAP because she's got a large chunk of free money on the line right now, but the time is ticking, about to expire here. It's our first one today. 8 more chances to win, but Cassandra, your time today is right now. 877-979-WRMF. You need to call us to claim your cash.
Cassandra!
Yeah, you only have like 40 seconds left, so seriously, girl.
You guys want to count it down on the air? 39, 38, 37.
Okay, well, we'll see. Well, Randy's got another chance for you to win at 10 a.m., and then all the way through 5 p.m. today. If you're not yet signed up, just go to kvjshow.com, and you can do that. Got this email here that is really kind of crazy, and I don't want to jump to conclusions, but this person who sent it to us is a little worried. They said, I think my husband's going to kill me. Now, I don't think it's like anything, he's going to kill me. I think it's like, I think he's going to kill me.
I hope they sent this to the police as
Yeah.
well.
Should you be talking to us, or should you call and file a police
Because
report?
we're probably murder hopeful. We're probably going to side with he's trying to kill you.
I guess that's the question. Are they jumping to conclusions? It says, my husband has been acting distant lately. That alone isn't too alarming. It's what he bought at Walmart that has me concerned. Somebody I trust very much saw him purchasing a shovel, a ton of bleach, zip ties, chains, and large trash bags. Where do you find that on the murder aisle?
I mean, that's a murder kit.
Yeah, that's what you buy to murder.
That's the murder special.
Huh.
I've also caught my husband digging large holes in our backyard lately. When I asked him about it, he said that he's digging so he can put in a water line. Okay. So I don't know. That'd be the question. Do you need bleach for a water line? Do you need zip ties for a water line? Do you need chains for a water line?
It definitely sounds suspicious.
Well, it sounds suspicious when you, especially when you put it on he's digging holes.
Mm-hmm. And he's also dramatically changed his appearance. I'm not trying to sound paranoid, but is my husband trying to kill me?
Yeah, your days are numbered. No, I'm just kidding. We don't know for a fact. It's odd. You would hope you'd be able to ask your husband why you're digging, him give you the answer, and you believe him. He gave you the answer, and you're still suspect of him.
Yeah.
Why is that? Is it just because somebody saw him purchase this stuff?
Yeah.
Is he giving other signs to you?
Yeah, it's somebody that they trust very much saw him purchasing these items. So,
like Kevin comes up to us, hey, Virginia, I saw Panda. He's buying zip ties.
You got to see his murder kit and raise him one. Do a Gone Girl real quick.
okay, and what is that for people that haven't seen the movie, Virginia?
Just start removing small quantities at a time of your own blood. And then after about a month and a half, you'll have enough blood to make it look like a murder scene and that you were killed. You spill the blood on the floor in the kitchen, you hit the road.
Okay.
And then he goes down for your murder, and you're in the Bahamas with a boy toy who's 22.
It's a great idea, Kevin.
Okay.
You kind of
strike first, strike harder.
You're kind of regretting asking her to kind of go on with that one, aren't you?
No, I just wanted her to explain herself so people knew. So what do you do if this is what's going on? You have approached your husband, you try to ask him, you don't feel satisfied with the answer clearly because you continue to send us an email. Do you need to alert friends, family, any of the authorities to put it on record that if anything happens, this is what I've observed?
Well, there's a difference between digging a grave hole and a water line. So what kind of holes is he digging?
Well, and this is the one thing I would say that disconnected for me was he's been digging holes in our backyard, multiple. So what is he going to do? Chop you up and put you in different holes, or has he got multiple victims?
You kind of say that in a way like no one's ever done that before. People do chop up people, put them in different holes.
That's my question.
Chopping is actually not that uncommon because lugging a large body is difficult, and especially women that kill, they'll chop. It's because then they can dispose of the body. You can't lug a large man down the hall dead and not be noticed, but when you chop him, you can.
It is crazy how much dismembering goes on with some of these cases where I wonder, did they get enjoyment out of that, or were they doing that just out of a necessity because they had to get it into the suitcase? But that would be such a big move.
Mm-hmm.
I watched this thing on Netflix not too long ago about a woman who did that. And I think she was just pushed to the edge by a man who was rich and powerful and told her she'd be nothing without him. And then she just finally snapped, killed him, and cut his body into pieces in the tub.
There's two different kinds of people that they would want to just cut up, get rid of the body, or they're doing it out of enjoyment. Which one is that?
Enjoyment's the one you got to be afraid
Well,
of.
we're only asking these questions because of the multiple hole theory.
Well, it seems like the step-by-step is step one is definitely let some friends and family know your concerns, not just a radio show, where if anything happens to you, it would be there. Continue to carefully watch your husband's behavior. If things seem to continue to be off,
make a TikTok
then
about it.
Probably take it to the police. And some people are saying, I would leave now. They think that she already has enough odd signs. Now, keep in mind, this is hearsay where somebody said, I saw your husband buying all this stuff. You might want to confirm that he does have all of those items before it's just him digging in the backyard and he's trying to say he's putting in a water line.
Well, because what would really suck is that he's not a murderer and you are, is my husband a murderer? That's why I'm wondering, what was your relationship before all of this?
Well, if you're not a murderer, then what are you doing buying a whole murder kit with the bleach and the zip ties and the garbage bag?
If he did, I think
and the
to
shovel.
be fair, you got to make sure that what you were told is accurate. Did he buy all those items?
And where are they now?
Every now and then, it's happened to me. You can buy an accidental murder kit. The stars line up. Now, granted, there's some things that just look suspect. If you have
bleach.
If you have a face mask or one of those ski masks with rope and all that.
Yeah.
But you can.
Okay.
Anybody who buys all that stuff together should be ready to be questioned.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't realize it, you just bought a murder kit, and we need to make sure that you're not up to something squirrely.
Where is the line at? Let's say I buy rope and a large butcher knife. Is that suspect? Does it become suspect if I get the rope, large butcher knife, and now I've got duct tape? Where's the line, Virginia?
The two items that to me are most unsettling is the bleach and zip ties.
Right.
Well, I mean, bleach you can get. I buy bleach all the time.
But this is when you put them with the shovel and the large trash bags and the chains. So, but
he certainly bought a lot of suspicious stuff together.
yes.
That's what the red flag
It is. Supposedly, again, confirmed that he did purchase all these things. I would get a visual on that he got it and has it.
I know you don't know the answer, but gut feeling on Ralston. Is he a murderer or not? Gut feeling.
I'm going to go no because it's still, the numbers are still so low and rare that I can't imagine that, but I think you would be foolish to not at least start doing some due diligence here. Just be like, well, I hope he's not, and then just go about your life.
And you're living with BTK.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe he's not coming for you. Maybe he's a BTK where he's a married guy with kids and
Somebody
a family,
else.
and he kills on the
But
weekend.
he's so dumb, he would just bury them right in your backyard within plain view of you.
You would think that, but crazy.
Kevin?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
you're right, though. He'd be
You
a
guys
pretty,
watch a lot more murder specials
we
than
do,
I do.
and this happens.
he'd be a pretty crappy murderer, to your point,
Yeah.
but it does happen.
I was actually watching a really good special yesterday. It's kind of fascinating stuff. I had Justin Bieber all over it. It was Hillsong, a megachurch exposed. Remember Bieber and his church that he was going to, and he had the trendy pastor?
Of course I do, Kevin.
Boy, that whole thing is imploded.
Yeah.
Bieber and the celebrity church, you remember the whole thing, all those celebrities, Selena Gomez was going there, and all these Kim Kardashian, and I think even Kanye, when they were married, were going there. And yeah, their head pastor, the one that started the whole thing, he just had to basically shamefully resign last week. He got booted out of the church, and now all the heads of all the different branches of the Hillsong Church, Bieber's Church, Virginia, they're all quitting. The ones in Atlanta quit, Phoenix just quit, and it's predominantly about how they used celebrities and basically fashion to get people thinking, oh, this is such a trendy, cool little Jesus church. And you got Bieber in there, and there was one guy that was on there, and he was doing an Instagram account where he was taking all these preachers, and he was posting up like the shoes they were wearing. One dude was wearing a $3,500 jacket. Their shoes are all like $1,000, and he's like, how are these guys getting cash? For all these?
Jesus looks good on you.
They had one of the guys that, in fact, he had already gotten booted out. He was the guy that started Hillsong New York City, and that was Bieber's personal. And he got caught in an affair, and he got booted out of the church first. And they had a video of him with Bieber, and the guy's wearing a $15,000 hoodie. And he's like, where's this guy get a $15,000 hoodie from?
Well, doesn't that kind of take away the whole message about spiritualism and not judging and not material? I mean, it's like, look how cool we are. Look at our material. Come on, do it. It's really, it kind of turns me off.
I know it's different because y'all are Christian. I'm Catholic.
Yeah.
Priests take something called a vow of poverty, and so do nuns. And basically, it's just saying, like, we're not going to be flashy. We're not going to have the wealth of the world. We're not going to be influenced by all that stuff because we put a value in a higher place than monetary and physical things.
And labels and all
and
that
labels
stuff.
and hoodies that cost more than my car.
The one
Like,
guy,
what?
Bieber's guy, his name was Carl. His name is Carl Lentz. He's just kind of disappeared off the face of the earth after
It's
his
a good
affair.
move. Slink away, Carl.
Dude was like on the Today Show. He was on all these big national radio shows. He was like this trendy dude. He's
he
on red
wanted
carpets.
it. He wanted the celebrity.
Yeah, so it was really kind of a fascinating thing if you're into all that stuff. Hillsong and Megachurch exposed on TLC. I watched only part 1 last night. I'm already sucked in.
It
was fascinating.
An age-old tale. I mean, just look at the history.
Oh, yeah. They kind of break it down with, where it started in the 80s and 90s. And then this guy in Australia is like going, we need more money in our church, right? And so he came to the U.S., learned how we were doing it in America, and he went back to Australia and said, we need good sounding music. We got to look like a rock show. And then kaboom, became the biggest church brand in the world. And it just fell apart. Got some comments coming in here from the email that we had. Somebody thinking, my husband started acting distant, and then somebody sees him at Walmart purchasing a lot of odd items like a shovel and bleach and zip ties and trash bags.
And he's changed his appearance.
Yeah, he's apparently changed his appearance. What the heck do I do? What's going on? How do I handle this? One person said, make sure you check his phone and computer browsing history, see what's going on there. Because he's definitely giving you a lot of red flags.
Well, the good thing is you almost have one up on him. If he doesn't know you're concerned about any of this, you can do some investigating.
Totally.
And he might be, let's just say for giggles and for giggles.
For giggles and giggles.
For giggles and giggles, he is a murderer. You want to make sure you get that evidence.
Right. And this might be a good time for you to go talk to like a private eye or something and say, look, I want to go to Walmart and get that video footage from the day that he made that purchase of all that stuff together. The chains, the zip ties, the shovel, the bleach, the garbage bags, the murder kit. I want to get on video proof that he did purchase all those things, and then we're going to start there and figure out what he's using those things for.
But I know it said in the email that somebody they trusted. If a Denny's came to me and said, oh man, I just saw your wife. She was buying an axe, rope, a mask. I trust Denny's. Denny's is at least telling me the truth.
Somebody else thinks that she should secretly set up a camera so she can watch what he does when he leaves the house. And somebody else said, you know what, you just leave immediately and go to a safe place and notify the authorities. So, I mean, that's going all in. And, I mean, if you go that far, though, and you're wrong.
I know. They clearly just watched Dateline last night.
And I get it, because I watch Dateline too. You start to think the worst in people, but you know what? If you think the worst in people, you'll never be surprised by their bad behavior because you're always expecting it.
Dateline makes me think, one of my friends or just someone in my personal life, they're going to kill me.
You're more often killed by a lover.
I know.
What used to be great that is not anymore. And the first comment that we gave Virginia is Will Smith. Used to be great. Maybe not so much now.
A lot of people flipped on Will.
Yeah.
A lot. I saw a lot of that yesterday in the social media comments. I'm like, nope, we're done.
It's just fascinating where all it has gone and the odd storyline still with it. We talked about this time yesterday was all the people thinking that it was faked. And we're falling for a dupe. I mean, I've got a buddy of mine that, he broke it down and saying, hey, you can see shot by shot that, Chris Rock is bracing himself before it. He didn't respond like you typically do. We do fight or flight training, and he violated that. That just doesn't happen that way. And now there's a video that is out there of Will Smith showing a young fan how to create a real-looking slap. And it was during a press junket for King Richard when he did this back in November. So it's not that old. And ironically, the kid's name is Chris. And he's showing him how to properly turn your head, how you need to position your body when you try to put the slap in, how you kind of take some weight off of it. And they say that what Will showed this kid in that video was the same positioning that Will had during the Academy Awards when he slapped Chris Rock, supposedly. So I still find that to be far-fetched, but, there are a few things that are adding to it a bit.
I don't get the end game for Will Smith. Let me win an Academy Award and then have half of the people who used to love me not like me anymore be mad at me.
Let people think I've lost my mind and I'm probably less employable.
Well, they're also bringing up the time where the one guy hugged him and gave him a kiss, and then he instantly smacked him on the face.
Yeah.
They're bringing that go. It's just Will Smith's move, the smack on the face.
Right. So some people are saying that, of course, the Academy's behind it because they need more ratings. The ratings were the second worst ever on Sunday night.
Yeah, but people didn't check it out. They checked it out after the fact. They did what I did. They watched the next morning.
Right. I didn't even see it. I was shocked when I looked up, and it was the next morning. But they're saying the numbers have dropped. They're 15.4 million on Sunday. In 2017, they were 33 million. So, that's 5 years, and they've lost half their audience. So just to give you an idea how bad the ratings are. So.
Yeah, no one knew that was going to happen. They weren't tuned into that.
And it's become a very like an inside club kind of thing. A lot of regular people look at it and go, I haven't seen any of these movies, and some of them aren't even out yet and wide release. And it's like,
You're giving me a political speech. You're telling me what to do with my morals and how to live my life. Meanwhile, I don't agree with you. So why, just because you're in Hollywood, you get to tell me how? Well, that's just the tone of a lot of people towards celebrity. And we don't hear it a lot, I don't think, because we're in that area of, I don't know, just more celebrity stuff down. We're Miami down here.
Yeah.
But a lot of people aren't jiving with celebrities and them getting on their high horse telling you how to live your life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there's a lot of explanations for it, but it's interesting where people were taking this storyline. So what is the thing that used to be great but has now become really bad? I have a feeling this has to do with the Academy Awards as well. Somebody said telling jokes.
Yeah. No kidding.
Used to be great. Stand up.
You can't tell jokes no more.
Yeah, I've seen that there are a lot of comedy clubs now that they're a little bit worried about this. Now, they already have security, but they're thinking about, hey, for a while, because think about it. People might take some kind of offense. Or, like there's people that will rip on somebody out in the crowd. They'd be like, oh, they make some kind of joke. So now comedy clubs apparently are having this discussion saying, what if somebody saw the Will Smith thing, say, yeah, you know what? The next time somebody cracks on me from a stage, I'm going to go up and slap the crap out of them.
That's, again, the media overhyping. It's not going to be that. Most people get that when you go to a comedy club, there's going to be offensive jokes being told. There's a chance you might get ripped on. Most people get that.
But you had a guy pull a gun on Mike Tyson at a comedy club last week.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not. There's not crazy
and then at the
things that happen.
they ended up hugging.
I know, it's crazy, yeah.
Only Mike Tyson would have that kind of an ending.
Yeah. So I don't know. Are we getting too crazy as a society for comedy clubs? Can we not handle them anymore?
Some people,
Some people can't handle it.
Some people cannot handle comedy clubs, and it blows my mind that people go to a comedy club and then they get offended.
Yeah,
you're out of your mind.
You are out of your mind. But it only takes one, right?
Yep.
So what is the thing that used to be great but has now become really bad? Some of the comments here. One said the internet in general. I used to be able to Google search for a subject and I'd get a list of reliable websites to read from, and now it's 99% crap. Ad-ridden sites that all want to sell me stuff I don't need. I do see that. It has become tougher.
It's messed up my Google.
Yeah, I go on there and I do a search and I may get to the 8th site from, like, guys, it's a simple question. Why am I having such a hard time finding an answer to a very simple question?
And it used to not be like this.
No, you're right.
It's gummed up now.
YouTube in general, just you want to, for example, all you want to do is watch the 15-second clip of Will Smith smacking Chris Rock.
Yeah,
but every YouTube channel, you guys are not going to believe what happened. Let me show you a 7-minute video about a 15-second clip.
Right.
Like, subscribe, share my video. I'm like, oh my
You're
God.
right. You
I
just
want
yeah.
the clip.
Yeah, it's hard to find that actual thing.
40 videos.
Right, of people that have done that. No, that's very true. Absolutely. I've noticed that as well.
Social media in general. I used to like social media. I did. I thought it was fun. Of course, there's always going to be some D's on there, some derelicts that are going to... But it's become, in my opinion, so toxic and so mic drop, and people have lost their damn mind and manners
when I got
social media.
When I got hooked into it and I liked it, it was with a lot of people when I first got into Facebook, and I was reconnecting with people from high school, and it had been 15 years since I'd seen a lot of them. I'm like, this is so cool. And I was hearing from people when I first signed up that I hadn't talked to, and that's when I really liked it. And then you're right, all this other crap, I really don't ever check social media anymore.
It's at a point now, people don't even realize they're being asses now. It's amazing.
I gotta say what I need to say.
Yeah.
People just don't.
It's my
people
truth.
just become.
This is my truth, Jay Bird.
I'm talking about social media attitude.
Yeah. Some other stuff. People were saying Hollywood, not just because they're too woke, but they also ran out of ideas.
I mean, I don't disagree with it. Of course, there's some good stuff out there.
Sure.
They used the example and they said, even when we would retread or reboot a series, we'd at least try to give it a different name. Do you see what they did with the latest Scream? They just named it Scream like they had the original movie that came out. And like, we're not even taking the creativity to try to give it a different name now?
Well, something happened where somebody or something convinced everybody that we got to have everyone loves a reboot. No one's got time for original ideas anymore. It's kind of like when they tell you people only want to hear short content. Everyone's different. There's some people that really want original ideas, long content.
You're right.
Short content. Nothing is absolute.
What about the person that has a 2-hour drive? They're looking for long content.
Exactly. I've always been a person who likes longer content.
Me too. I like it, and it'll take me 2 days sometimes to listen to a whole entire 2-hour podcast, but I like that.
Something happened where someone told somebody, people just, they don't have time to listen to new ideas, man. You can't do original ideas.
They can't handle long form.
And that's
yeah, people can. Some people prefer it.
Other things that used to be great but has now become really bad. Theme parks, somebody says. Rising crowds, rising ticket prices, rising costs for everything.
The rising ticket prices and the rising cost for just a damn soda at the theme park. Now you got to buy this big old commemorative cup, and it costs $12. And it's like, wait, what? Why y'all all trying to take every penny I have?
That's it. That's how they do it.
This is such a fun rant segment.
Yeah, it is. Get all out now, baby.
Feels good, baby.
Yeah, used to be great. Now it's become bad. I don't know if it was ever great, but flying, they say, has become worse. Shrinking seats, poorly behaved people, no food, baggage fees, carry-on fees, masks, everything else you got to do. Questions about plane safety. I used to enjoy flying a lot more than I do now. And again, I'm not sure enjoy was ever the right word, but it didn't seem to be as bad as what it is now. Let me see. Somebody else had said the search to buy your first home used to be kind of exciting, filled with choices. Now it's a take it or leave it, overpriced homes you can't afford in a terrible neighborhood.
Yeah. Now it's a dog fight in the yard.
Yeah.
If you like something and you just looked at it, you better put down some serious offer now.
Without all of that crap, buying a house is stressful, but it can be still exciting because you're. But now you're right with everybody. People can't even rent.
Right.
I know.
Somebody else is saying makeup. Used to like it a lot more, but then we got all these influencers in there. I used to just need, some concealer, eyeliner, eyeshadow, mascara, and some lip stuff. I was all good. I could get this standard attractive look. Now, because of social media, you need like 100 different primers, fixers, gels, mattifiers, creams, eyebrow tools, contouring equipment. Just a lot more complicated than it used to be.
There is so much makeup stuff now, and it's so expensive.
I mean, how much makeup tutorials does one need? You kind of know.
There's a million. There's so many.
I got one that I in Virginia nailed it the other day. There is a watering down of that. The fact everyone's got a podcast, and
yeah, y'all are killing this art.
Well, when it gets watered down so much, it's hard to go through the crap sometimes.
Yep. Somebody said, OkCupid used to be an innovative dating site with a multitude of features that distinguished it from its competitors, and then everything went downhill when the Match Group bought it.
Oh, they just turned it into a watered-down Match.
Yeah, guess so.
I used to think baseball was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I honestly, I'm a lifetime lifer fan.
I'll W on that one.
My favorite team of all time was in the World Series, and I barely watched it.
Dang.
Yeah, I hear you.
They lost me, man.
I hear you. You listening, spring training guys?
Yeah, I'm sure you guys really care.
Yeah. They just changed the channel. Screw that guy.
One of the teams hates my guts anyway.
Yeah.
Bring it. I'll fight them.
And then MTV. Used to be so great back in the 90s.
But they're almost old school. I mean, we've been saying
way old
MTV's
school,
been sucking for 15 years.
But back when I was in high school, I mean, MTV, spring break, summer programming was the most compelling television out there.
Well, they're even going back to the Pimp My Rides. That was great.
Yeah.
But even you go on the History Channel to watch a history special, and they're putting on like a grocery store game show. Like, it got nothing to do with history.
Yeah. Ain't what it used to be, man. Well, talking about how great social media used to be when it was fun and goofy, and now it's all toxic and crazy. I got to admit, though, yesterday, one of the first times I'd ever jumped onto TikTok, I had to try to make a video. The little trip to Miami for my daughter's birthday.
It was good. You made that?
I did make that.
Oh, look at you.
It was kind of my first. Yeah, I was dabbling with it. I'm not going to say that it was void of swear words and lots of frustration, but
I kind of felt like we're allowed to let it fly on TikTok. No?
Let what fly?
Any words or bad words?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
It wasn't even that. It was just trying to get it all edited together and figure out how to do this and that. So it is what I got. But I was like, okay, all right, maybe I can get this TikTok thing.
TikTok it's fun to learn it. Unlike some of the other ones out there that just break your brain, TikTok is kind of fun.
Yeah,
it's not really that fun. Kind of a lot of work, but it's whatever.
We do have a KVJ TikTok if you want to go check it out.
Some of us like it more than others.
I'm kidding. It's all the same to me.
Really?
Well,
Yeah. I mean, I get that there's other applications. It's kind of like when they go, Facebook's different than MySpace. I get it's different, but now we're talking Burger King and McDonald's. I get that it's different, but it's the same.
Yeah. So if you want to see the KVJ Show TikTok, you can go and follow us. Just go at KVJ Show, and you can see that video and the other stuff that was on there. But, Bird, you're saying that it was a TikTok that almost just took you out?
Oh, I wouldn't say it took me out.
But it made you sick. It made you throw up.
It did. I was messing with one of the filters, and it kept on giving me this message. If you suffer from seizures or blah, 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 it kept on giving these warnings about the way it's going to make you feel. And I kept on working with this one app, and I was feeling really nauseous and getting all dizzy, but I'm like, all right, I'm just tired. I kept fighting through it. And I was getting the feeling as if I was texting somebody on a very, very wavy boat.
Okay.
To the point where it was just like, everything started getting into slow motion.
TikTok gave you vertigo?
It gave me horrific vertigo. And I was sitting down, so I stood up really quick.
Wow.
To the point where I go, oh my gosh, I think I have to go throw up. And I threw up a little bit.
It sucks to get old.
It sucks to get vertigo.
Yeah. Well, I actually had seen this. In fact, there's a story out today that teenage girls are having to go to doctors and health clinics after experiencing tics and other disorders that are believed to stem from prolonged use of TikTok.
Wow.
They are being diagnosed with functional neurological disorders, including vocal tics and abnormal body movements that aren't tied to an underlying disease.
So this is getting teenage girls and Jaybird?
Yes.
I'm trying to get TikTok savvy, Kevin.
Somehow he's having the same issues teenage girls are with TikTok.
Dude, it
affects the very young and the very old.
And listen to this. It says young teenage girls with underlying psychiatric conditions are more susceptible to developing functional tics from TikTok.
Well...
Look, man, I told you about that cigar I smoked the other day. That took me out.
Yeah.
TikTok is taking me out.
My goodness.
You weak these days.
I gotta go get checked
Everything's
out.
taking them out.
It's just vertigo. I keep on getting dizzy. You notice sometimes if we're sitting out doing the show and you see me kind of fly back and I just kind of get my bearings. I see Virginia.
I've seen you do that, but I just think it's because you kicked the counter.
No, it's because I'm getting a horrific case of vertigo and I'm trying to get my bearings.
Yeesh.
But we don't have a doctor right now, so I'm kind of going, hey, Denny, what do you think? You think I'm okay? Yeah, you're fine. All right, cool.
All right.
Yeah, I try to get 3 different doctors and... Oh, yeah, we'll see you in June of next year. I'm like,
what?
What about you?
I'll be dead by then.
Exactly.
Vertigo taking me out.
You can't get an appointment.
I'm going to walk in front of a bus all dizzy by accident.
You're right.
That's crazy. So you and teenage girls apparently are having problems with TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. We're so sorry, J-Bard.
Mm-hmm. All right, coming up here on the KVJ Show, we're going to be getting to our After the Show podcast that you can watch on our YouTube channel. You can also get it on demand wherever you get your apps. So check it out there. I do want to tell you, too, we're also just 4 minutes away from doubling up a paycheck. Sadly, we did not double up Cassandra Kimbrough's paycheck. She was our name at 9, and we didn't hear from her at all. So... Yeah, no money for you. So
that sucks.
Yeah. So learn from Cassandra's mistake and make sure you're here in just a couple of minutes, and then every single hour all the way up till 5 p. Bird, if you'd wrap us all up with your thought for the day.
I know, Virginia, you have an announcement you'd like to start before we do the thought.
Yeah, we want to dedicate this thought of the day to one of our little Smiles dads that we love, Derek George. You know him. They wrote a book, him and his son, Heart of a Lion, together.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's Derek's birthday today, so this one's going out to you, Mr. George. We love you.
A loving heart is the truest form of wisdom.
Oh, that's a good one.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.